We welcome you, James Brown. How did all of this trouble begin?
Living in America. Something wrong.
And what are you going to say to your fans when they ask you some questions about it?
I'm going to say I feel good.
It sounds to me as though you're not troubled by any of this at all.
This is a man's world.
Thanks for reminding us of that. James, I have to ask you one serious question here. I understand you already have started divorce proceedings. Does that mean that you're now eligible?
No, yes, I'm eligible. I'm singing. I want to mingle. Papa's got a brand new bag of living in America.
The women love you when you get out there.
Why is that, ladies?
Well, I'm asking you.
Huh? Because I look good.
Why do you think that is? You
I
look
smell good. I feel good.
And you sing good.
And make love good.
Oh. Well, there we are. We don't have to ask anybody else. We got that from the source. There you are.
Papa's got a brand new bag. It's a man's world.
Let's go. Hey, Sunday, first day of the week. It's wild. Honey, there are times when we're saying, hey, we're going to go live at a certain time, but then a bunch of, little events happen. And it's like, nah, not quite that time. Nah, not quite that time. But then it's that time. And here we are, for those of our people who are on the other side of the pond. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday evening. Hope you're having great meals. For those all the way over there in Australia and the down under, happy breakfast, man. Happy Monday to you. And for those of us in the United States, we know it's at least 1 o'clock. So, happy afternoon and evenings to everyone here. I'm the queen of chaos. No, I'm not. I am the chaos killer. Promise you that. I am a straight chaos killer because every time they bring it, I shut it down. You hear me? When I put together this thumbnail today, it was wild because me and Grace, we were conferring. And bumped into an interview. And that literally kind of became like the source for what this live is about. There's a lot of misconceptions. There's a lot of lies. There's a lot of weirdness. I no matter how straight I keep it, no matter how consistent I am, people really have a hard time dealing with reality. So there's a few pieces of content that I wanted to review today, which is why we got the fair use banner. And let's make that clear. Everything that we're using here today is for fair use. Okay? It's the copyright, the disclaimer under the Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, which is a year older than me. For purposes such as education, criticism, comment, news, reporting, and research. I say, see, we covered. And for the purpose of protecting the Jaguar Wright effect, which is the platform for you guys. We're going to make sure we say allegedly a lot. So, honey, are you here with me?
I'm not on stage. I'm true.
Do you want to be on stage?
All right.
All right. Well, then could you do me a favor, Maestro? I'm going to run another little ad for a second. And I need you, can you pull up the Blue Couch interview? I need you to pull up the Blue Couch.
Which Blue Couch?
The first one. The first one that hit 1 million views in 3 weeks. It dropped mid-December 2022. And by the third week, 2 weeks into, right, leading into Martin Luther King weekend, 1 million views in 3 weeks. Everybody thought that was a big deal. Remember when I started hitting millions in days in the day? 1 day, 2 day, babe. You was here for that. But can you let me know when you got that ready to go? And in the meantime, in between time, I'd like to get into just, something real that a lot of people keep ignoring. And the first one. The one from 2022. The first Blue Couch appearance. But as I continue to keep cracking open these weird little things that people like to call conspiracies that to me are just unsolved crimes. And the further I go down the rabbit hole, I realize, or should I say we realize, that it keeps leading us right back to the beginning. When I first met real life, they were at the very beginning. And then when I came back to do the first Blue Couch interview, this was Mo 3 had died. He had died the year before in 2020.
That's right.
And then I disappeared. And when I came back, they were working on the Mo 3 documentary. 444 in the building. Interesting. 2425, actually, babe. I was thinking about them Ronnie Bo numbers. It's 2425, babe. 2425. Hey. I'm sorry, y'all. But it just got me thinking about all of this stuff that's happening now. All of the YouTube intersections between so many different platforms. And even though people talk about it, it's like they forget.
Why was Mo in Oak Cliff that day? I don't know. Why did they blame Yellow Beezy? I don't know. Truth is, Boosie had a lot to gain by watching Mo 3 move around. Maybe that's why they shot him over there at the Big T after the wake. A lot of shit goes down at the Big T, but for Boosie to get shot, I guess that's why Mo 3 got shot right over there. I guess that's why I couldn't stay in Dallas. I had to get out to watch Mo 3 be assassinated, executed, running for his life down this highway in the middle of the day. Like it was this time of the day. Look how busy this is. And somehow he was forced to stop his car. Someone stopped their car as well, got out the car. He saw them, he must have recognized, because he turned and started running down the highway in the middle of the day. And they shot him in the back. This make any more sense than the Tupac shit? How the hell was there enough time on a busy highway like this at this time of the day? Who does a shooting in the middle of a highway? She in the middle of the day. And still no answer. It's always too hard to solve a rap murder. Another graveyard.
Man, the memories, all of the things that I've learned along the way, things that I've seen that I'm not likely to forget anytime soon. We're about to go down the rabbit hole of me today. And I promise you, it's going to fuck with your head a little bit. I want to drop a record right quick, though, while we prepare this video clip and journey. Look at you. Look at me, I'm spectacular. Can't you see, I'm going far. Look at me, I'm a winner. Look at me, I'm so high, oblivious to my surroundings, as I watch it all pass me by. From the sun, ain't running for one more trip. I'm running and I'm running and running. I'm running and I'm running. From the sun, running. And the
another
sugar thing.
chemical in their
Put another
hairs.
chemical in
Call
there,
it
right?
that's entertainment
Right?
instead.
And you know, the problem is once you get too many of them chemical in there, you usually end up sounding like this.
First of all, we must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate the crux of my venereal infection. Now, if I may retain my liquids here for one moment, I'd like to continue the redundance of my quote-unquote intestinal tract. See, because to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumvent
His entire circumcision. I wish somebody had to cut it all off. The idea of that boy procreating, it really gives me the heaves, you know. And for those who enjoyed the music, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. The name of that song is called Takashi 69. Look at you. And pretty much the whole premise of the record was just getting into all of the weird little things we honor, you know, in pop culture. And meanwhile, knowing that it's ripping us apart, you know, it's tearing us to shreds. You know, keeping up with all of the weirdo, just nonsense that the world is all about. You know, when we look at how divisive it is, you know what I mean? Like all of these weird little trends and weird little so-called things about culture. I mean, honestly, when I think about pop culture, I've always really just felt like,
hated it.
you know what I'm saying? Like I can skip all of that. Like there's not even a need. There's not even a need for me to get involved, you know. And then they get upset because, you know, because I got high self-esteem. Like I ain't tripping off of me. I know me is great. You know what I'm saying?
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
You know, it's just, yeah. My goodness. You know, our YouTube neighbors, I love that they inspire such creativity in us, no matter what they're talking about. It could be the biggest of things. It could be the small. It could be something as simple as breakfast.
Jaguar Wright did a live that same night, and she made the salmon shit for her man with the bacon and all that. I was watching that shit. God damn it. I will give it to her. And I tell her go get your man so I can slap the shit out of him.
Like, don't be mad at breakfast. Just find a chick that can cook. Like, I don't get it. The anger that people display about the most interesting of things. Oh my God. It really, it's just, listen to me. What I find funny is that people have been listening to people who have been influenced by me, you know, most of your lives. And you know, I think that's why the cloak of me was so important, because they didn't want to be honest about the fact that they did it because they couldn't compete with me. They did it because they couldn't control me. And more importantly than anything, they could never be what I am. You know, so many of them had just like this insane jealousy of wanting what I had. And I used to tell them all, bro, if you had what I had, you wouldn't even know what to do with it. It's a lot of pressure. Greatness. Knowing who you are is strong work. But when you know who you are, there's nothing anybody can say or do to deter you. Now, a lot of people like to call me a liar, and yet most of the things that I say, we're watching them unfold right now in real time. Honey, are we ready? We're going to get into this first clip. Let me get over here and let's take this banner down. Fair use for educational purposes. Receipts. That right. We ready,
got
babe?
too many crazy motherfuckers in positions of influence now. Like, that's the scary thing about the internet, which I've come to learn. Like, I've been drugged into the technology future, whether I wanted to be there or not. And what I've learned while I was there is that influencer shit can be very fucking dangerous, all depending on the hands that it falls in. Because there's somebody for everybody. And there's millions and millions of bodies out there. You know what I mean? You got fucking crazy, who the dude that was just with Trump? The Fuentes something. What's his name? He was with Kanye.
Yeah.
You know, this nigga's young to be on this Hitler shit.
Right.
Like, he's young. No, not the Alex Jones. The dude, the other dude that went to Mar-a-Lago with Kanye when he asked Trump to be his vice president. And I would have loved to have been there for that. That would have been fucking awesome. So, but anyway, his name is Fuentes. Something, you know, I choose not to like remember divisive people's names unless I need to, but I believe if you
Go on, you two, get your money. Get your money, we skipping. Soon as we can skip, we skipping.
believe his last name is Fuentes, but he's young. And this dude is, you know, kill them all. Yeah. Like, pretty much. Fuck them all. Yeah, I'm racist. And I love it. You know, like, but he has Nick Fuentes. This motherfucker, he rolls with Alex Jones too. And these people got an audience. And because of the way algorithms work, all you have to do is fall into the right niche. And now all of a sudden you stumble into this whole new audience you didn't even know was out there for you, but they was looking for somebody like you. And boom, it's a match made in hell. You know, so I think the conversation really needs to be, in America, what exactly do we want our future to look like? Like, what kind of societies are we aiming to really aid and build or renovate? Like, how do we really want the future to look? Do we want this shit to look like Denmark and everybody be fucking harmonious and shit and great and everything's lovely and donga? You know what I mean? Like, what do we want as a society? I don't think America knows what it wants anymore because it's been so busy being fed what they want them to want. Like, we gotta realize in this country, there are people who choose and select everything that we do, everything that we eat, everything that we wear, where we live, how we see ourselves. All of this shit is selected.
Do you think we're too free in America?
I think we're so free we don't realize we're not.
Right. Facts. Facts.
Real.
I think we finally reached the moment where the first movie for the Matrix series is really fucking relatable.
Yeah.
You know,
We there. No, nigga, we in the pods.
right.
In the pot.
Puckered in the motherfucker. You know what I mean? Skin all taut.
Now, I have to ask this because I'm gonna derail this conversation for just a minute.
Oh,
because
please, there's no derailment. Take us where we're going. It's a journey.
I feel like you had the potential and the power to create a movement of beings who could have some real thought and really think for themselves. But you were just gone. And I want, why were you just gone?
Because my life was being threatened.
Okay.
And not figuratively. Literally, we were being hunted. It took about, what, babe, about 4 months for us to shake them off. So not long after we did this interview, and then the Storm Monroe interviews, which was all infiltration. Tasha K, I'll say allegedly for y'all, you know.
Right.
So ain't nobody talking about no defamations.
Yeah, we gonna get there.
We don't want nobody talking about no defamation.
She in Africa.
Allegedly, the gold shoe bitch, she was hired to target me. And, you know, when I started the women's group WCW meeting, we opened up the Zoom room every Wednesday for women to come. And we were building it little by little, piece by piece. I found out, it took me about a month and a half to figure it out, but 3 of the women in the group all worked for Tasha K.
Oh, damn.
One of the women who had positioned herself to be my right-hand woman to help me build it, I mean, this bitch actually came to my house. She was I invited her to my house. So Tasha K had somebody in my fucking home amongst my family. It wasn't until after she came by, because we were having a barbecue that day, and just out of nowhere, even though she lived in Alabama, she just happened to be in Dallas for the weekend meeting her boyfriend, who she never saw again after that. And just happened to be not that far away. And I was wondering if we could get together and meet. Well, I'm having a barbecue at the house. Oh, I didn't know that, but bitch, I posted about it and said I was. I know your notifications is on. But it's cool. Come on. The family's here. We just barbecuing, smoking, eating, spending time. Sure. I see you every Wednesday on Zoom. Come on. What, somebody tried to break into the house, what was it, honey, about a week after that? Maybe a little less. Oh, wow. And then somebody faking to be an insurance agent who had an appointment with someone in the house, even though they had the wrong name, asked for their credentials, didn't have any credentials. Then we had to call the police to document it, and yada, 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 so on and so forth. When them essays was following me while I was walking the dog, that was the day. They was slow creeping up the street. And they didn't realize, they were so busy following me that they didn't realize that my husband was sitting in a car. He didn't have it turned on. He was sitting in a car and he was watching them. And then when I walked up, he turned the car on. He was like, these motherfuckers have been following you up the street, slow creeping. The second that I did that, I turned around and looked at them, and these niggas start taking off. So I go jump into the car. We start following them. We got out to the main thoroughfare, and then that was that. They were gone, and I'm like, okay, we not safe.
Right.
Got it. So then we started.
Do y'all understand what I'm saying? This was filmed November 2022. Is there much different between them and now? Except for the fact that I have a spouse that wasn't working with you two. Now, they have been pulling infiltrations like this in my life for going on 5 years now. Let's get into the next video. I think it's what, about 42 minutes in? You know, I don't think people really understand what I've experienced and what I've gone through and what has happened in plain sight in front of everybody's face right here on YouTube. Now, that was me sitting on the blue couch in November 2022 talking about what they pulled on me late 2020 and 2021. It's 2025. Do we got it yet? Well, what I will say is, this is going to be a journey today where we're going to bounce around. And please remember, all of this fair use, fair use. This is definitely for educational purposes because I want to get y'all very, very clear about everything that YouTube has actually done to my life. We're going to bounce back and forth from one video to another. But if we ain't ready on that other one, we can go back to the blue couch real quick. Oh, you got it?
No, hold on.
Well, while we're waiting, I don't know. Y'all feel like hearing a little commentary from some of our YouTube neighbors? You know what? Let's do that for a second while we get this clip together.
Welcome to Men on Films. We're going to be reviewing the latest film from a male point of view. First up is that controversial movie, Do the Right Thing. Now, I really like little Spike Lee's courage in making this film. I especially like the way he mixed the racial tension with the violence in order to give his message, do the right thing. Come on out the closet. Don't be afraid to be who you is. Black, white, or whatever. Ain't that the truth, Ruth? Now I'd like to talk about an exciting new film, Karate Kid Part 3. It's all about men working out their problems in a very physical way. It was all so primitive. And you know, I really enjoyed Mr. Miyagi, played by little Pat Morita. Ooh, and that Ralph Macchio. 3 words, fabulism. Boy, I hope I look that good when I'm 40. Stop.
And you know what? Most of them really were 40-something years old pretending to be 15. Like, there's so many illusions in Hollywood. Or should I say, there were so many illusions in Hollywood. And now that it's all going up in flames, even though it's really not all going up on flames, just certain areas are going up in flames. Isn't that funny? When we saw that clip that they did, and it had the Hollywood sign burning up. Ain't nothing wrong with that Hollywood sign. Like, why are they AIing destruction? Like, why, babe? Oh, those gold shoes belong to none other than Latasha Transrena Kibbe, also known as Trasha K. Yet fabulous. Not really. I'm telling you, no matter what, when it comes to them shoes,
Hated it.
Forever, ever. Man, I'm just. But you know,
Hold on.
what happened?
No, go ahead. I gotta go somewhere else to get it.
I thought you had it.
It's nah.
Oh,
Some damn drive.
well then,
I gotta go.
let's get back to the blue couch.
Shoot, 1 second. I can't. Give me 1 second.
You can't what?
Because I'm already. Look, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Well, that clip is coming on up. You know, but back to the essentials. when you know who you are. There is no way in God's name I could have made it through everything that I've been through here on YouTube if I didn't know who I am. Now, this next video we're about to get into is what happened after I came back to YouTube August 10th. (2023) in DeSoto, Texas, in my godmom's house. Matter of fact, it was in that very house where the media launch that I was planning for Philadelphia TV Network was planned with Brian Reveals. And then to see all of that, wow. We almost ready to go?
Right.
Okay. I'm waiting for you to pull it up. It kind of amazes me. The things that have been allowed to happen to be perpetrated on this app. Fair use. But this is coming from our channel, correct? So
then when they finally decided to take her to the hospital, they ran a lick. Who is that? What do you mean the police department?
On August 10th, Jaguar Wright, a well-known and outspoken music industry whistleblower, became the victim of a swatting incident involving the DeSoto, Texas Police Department. This was not the first time Jaguar Wright faced such a terrifying ordeal. She had previously been swatted in Las Vegas. Swatting is a dangerous and criminal act where someone makes a false report to emergency services, leading to an armed police response, often a SWAT team, to an unsuspecting victim's home. The consequences of swatting are not only disruptive, but can also be life-threatening. This video will explore the dangers of swatting, its history, and why Jaguar Wright has been repeatedly targeted, allegedly by certain YouTubers. Swatting is a form of harassment that involves making a false report to emergency services, usually claiming a serious incident such as a hostage situation, a shooting, or a bomb threat. The intent is to provoke a large-scale law enforcement response, often involving a SWAT team, to the victim's location. The consequences of swatting can be severe, leading to emotional trauma, property damage, legal issues, and in some cases, even death. For the victim, the experience can be terrifying. Law enforcement officers responding to a potential threat are on high alert, prepared for a violent confrontation. The potential for tragedy is significant, as any sudden movement or misunderstanding can lead to the use of lethal force. Swatting has resulted in injuries, fatalities, and deep psychological scars for those involved. Swatting has its roots in the early 2000s, emerging as a form of internet trolling among online gaming communities. However, it quickly evolved into a broader phenomenon, with swatting incidents occurring across the United States. One of the most infamous cases occurred in 2017, when a swatting incident in Wichita, Kansas, led to the death of Andrew Finch. The call, made by a prankster following an online dispute, falsely reported a hostage situation, prompting a SWAT response. When Finch opened his front door, he was shot and killed by police. This tragic incident highlighted the lethal potential of swatting, and led to increased awareness and legal consequences for those involved in such acts. The individual responsible for the Wichita swatting was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison, setting a precedent for the seriousness with which swatting cases are now treated. Jaguar Wright's outspokenness, particularly her whistleblowing against the music industry, has made her a frequent target for harassment, including swatting. Her willingness to speak out against powerful figures and expose uncomfortable truths has earned her both supporters and detractors. Unfortunately, some of her detractors have taken their opposition to dangerous extremes, allegedly using swatting as a method to intimidate and silence her. The swatting incidents in Las Vegas and, most recently, in DeSoto, Texas, are examples of how swatting is used as a tool to terrorize individuals who challenge the status quo. Wright's confrontations with industry figures and her unfiltered commentary on various platforms have made her a prime target for such attacks. Allegations have surfaced that certain YouTubers may be involved in these swatting incidents. Allegedly, channels like Official Pink Pain and Danny Robertson have been connected to past swatting attempts against Jaguar Wright and are potentially seeking to get her swatted again. While these allegations remain unproven, the possibility of online personalities weaponizing their platforms to orchestrate swatting incidents is deeply concerning. Swatting is a serious criminal offense with severe legal consequences. Those found guilty of making a false report that leads to a swatting incident can face a range of charges, including making a false report to law enforcement, harassment, and even manslaughter if the incident results in a fatality. Fines for swatting can range from thousands to tens of thousands of dollars, and prison sentences can extend up to several decades, depending on the severity of the incident and its outcomes. The legal system has begun to take a firmer stance on swatting, recognizing the substantial risks it poses to public safety. In addition to criminal charges, individuals responsible for swatting may also face civil lawsuits from victims seeking damages for the emotional distress, property damage, and other harms caused by the incident. The swatting of Jaguar Wright on August 10th by the DeSoto, Texas Police Department is a stark reminder of the dangers posed by this form of harassment. With a history of being targeted in similar incidents, Wright's case highlights the vulnerability of outspoken individuals to such attacks. The alleged involvement of YouTubers in these incidents underscores the need for accountability and stricter regulations around online behavior that crosses into criminal activity. Swatting is not just a prank, it is a potentially deadly act that can have serious legal and personal consequences. As awareness of the dangers of swatting grows, it is crucial for both law enforcement and the public to take these incidents seriously and hold those responsible accountable. Only through collective efforts can we hope to prevent further tragedies and protect individuals like Jaguar Wright from becoming victims of this dangerous crime.
And on that note, I think I want to share another one of my songs from my journey. We're going to go back to the blue couch, and then we're going to move to some unseen things. Things that you were forced to miss because YouTube made sure you did. I hope you guys really appreciate this journey we're taking with you today. And I think it's going to answer a lot of questions. So, I want to get into this record because I mean, this one really speaks to everything about it.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Get on the floor.
Step 1 and 2.
The floor of your life.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Come on. I done been through hell, been through real hell. I done been through pain, so painful. I done been through hurt people, hurt people, hurt people. Working my way through to the good life, and it starts with you.
your life on the floor.
Step 1 and 2.
Come on.
Step 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Come on, get on the floor of your life and let's do the
blood walk.
Walking through the dance floor of my life. You know that's right. Let's do the
walk.
Flexing as I pass my troubles by. Whoa, let's do the blood walk. Walking through the dance floor of my life. Let's do the blood walk. Flexing as I pass my troubles by. Ooh, I done had it home, and then I lost it all. I done took some falls, then I stood tall. I done had a dream, turned to nightmare just to become a new dream. Working my way through to a new life, know just what to do. Walking, stride, making my own rules. See, I can do anything, 'cause life, it's a dance floor.
Step 1 and 2.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Get on the floor of your life.
Step 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Get on the floor of your life and let's go and let's do the blood walk. Dancing on the runway of my life. Oh, oh, let's do the blood walk. Leaving all my troubles behind. Come on and let's do the blood walk. Walking through the dance floor of my life. Living on this life. Let's do the blood walk. And leave our troubles. Pass them on by.
What do you believe? What do you believe? We gotta know who we are. So we're gonna continue the journey. I just had to play that because every time I see all of those images of me and my interaction with the law, it's just like, oh my God, it disgusts me, it angers me. And then I remember that's what God brought me through. And then it all just looks like,
So they didn't stay with each left. Come on, Ron. Go, Ron.
you know? And that's really how it go. At the end of the day, that's really how it go, bro. You know? And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I have a pen that I can put to paper and I can work it all out. And not just for myself, but for everyone else as well. People get to walk these things out with me because I share them. You don't know how many people come up to me and say to me, Jag, I was watching your video and I was worried about you. And then I seen you and I seen you speak knowledge. And I was like, man, thank God she's still all right. Thank God she's still around. When I hear people say, she don't help nobody, she don't do that. No, that's not true. And let's just be glad that I'm not an internet humanitarian who needs to tell everybody, everyone I help, everyone we help. Because that's not what it's for. So we're going to get back to the blue couch. Fair use, fair use. I'll do commentary. I mean, technically, it's just me.
Here we go. For me to argue with that, is for me to argue with what I really believe in.
So I have to.
Yeah, that's that.
So you mentioned surviving Jaguar. So
Ooh.
I know. It's
You wanna
like,
know what's funny?
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
mad because I've been surviving me too.
Right.
All my life.
So the first question is, you have not watched it. Let's just.
No, I've seen clips, but I've never watched.
Oh, okay. So after our interview, you, Stormy, Tasha K, you know, and then this Surviving Jaguar is a trailer comes out for it. It's coming out.
Yeah.
Did you have wind of it that it was coming, that you knew it was building? Because you had mentioned that there's a reason she has the numbers to the people that she got anyway. How did she get?
Oh, honey.
I gave it to her. I texted it to her.
Pause. Let's remember everything I'm saying right here and right now. I said this in November of 2022. Wasn't they all just running around trying to pretend like that Surviving Jaguar Wright nonsense was just being released for the first time, like it was some kind of new event? My. We could continue. I just wanted to throw that little note in. Fair use. Fuck you mean?
You're welcome, bitch.
Yeah, for what purpose? What that was to say, okay, well, let me just give you other people that could tell my story, or
Have you ever heard of the saying? It's an old Chinese proverb: beating the grass to find out where the snakes are. You know, sometimes in still grass, everything looks normal. But if you just stomp or you throw something down, you'll see. Or even just the movement. You might not even see the snake, but you know that shit ain't moving by itself like that in that pattern. And at that point in time, I was doing a lot of that. See, I know my ex-husband is a narcissist. I know he's a liar. I know he likes the attention. But I was more interested in seeing what he had the balls to actually fucking say. Out in front. See, he lived off of me. He lived off of my fame. He made relationships off of me, off of my fame. I know he missed it. That's why for a while, I shut my shit down. You love me? Let's see what you fucking love. I'm gonna take all of this shit the fuck away. You love me? Or did you love what I could do for you? I'll never forget the first time I went to my dad when I was contemplating divorce. And I said, you know,
I've seen a huge...
YouTube, go and get your money. Get your money, just make sure you pay me mine.
I know this shit ain't working. I know it's not right, Dad. I know he's the wrong one. But I feel bad because I made that commitment. I said forever. And I haven't been an angel. And he keeps saying to me, he can't live life without me. I said, and it looks so real. It looks so genuine. Am I just that cold-hearted? You know what I mean? What am I missing? Because it's not adding up. My father looked at me. He said, baby, it's because he's not lying. He's telling the truth. He can't live this life without you. That nigga's nothing without you.
Damn.
He said, it ain't got nothing to do with loving you. But losing access to that life, he ain't never gonna get a taste of that nowhere else. He means that. That's why it looks sincere and genuine.
Yeah.
Where you gonna get another you?
I gotta ask. There's one thing that he said that blew me away. He said when y'all were living in the, I guess y'all was living in the hood, you retiled the whole apartment to make it feel like a home. Is that real?
Well, see, there's a whole part of the story that he's leaving out. When I met him, I had a roommate, a guy roommate, and we were friends. He cared for me greatly. We tried dating, it didn't work, but we were great roommates and great friends. So when my ex-husband came into my life, you know, we were living off South Street, like living in Deep Ellum. And I had this boyfriend now that was over all the time. Next thing you know, he started bringing clothes
we're gonna
over.
skip
He
ahead
had
just a little bit
suits in
because
the closet, and
we don't need
I'll
to
never
talk
forget
about my first marriage.
strippers.
Yeah. Where they
And
build
let's
them.
keep it all the way 100. They
Oh,
don't
I'm
write
sorry.
their
Let's
rhymes,
rewind it a
allegedly.
little bit.
Nah, they don't build
Let's
their
take it
bodies either.
back about 4 minutes.
Coming through. Everybody knows what happened between her and Tommy Mottola in that motherfucking shit on the way to her first listening party.
This the
They
perfect
seen
place
her
to start.
coming up from giving him head in the back of the shit. And everybody knew. Everybody talked about it. That's why she got the access that she got. She ended up marrying him, didn't she? Then she made him divorce his wife and made him fight her for alimony and child support after that woman had been married to him for 25 years.
But do you respect the girl that got good head enough to make that happen? Or is it?
Listen to me. This is how I feel. Whole shit is whole shit.
Yeah.
Music shit is music shit. Worst thing that ever happened to females in music was that they started using whole shit to market music. Like they're supposed to be a fucking difference.
So
that's like going to a Catholic church and your priest ain't really a priest. You know what I'm saying? Like he got you know what I mean, the holy most pimp potent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Rather than the incense thing, this nigga coming through burning sticks. You know what I mean? Like you mixing the wrong kinds of shit.
Now, I'm glad you touched on this because women hip hop right now is pretty much the hottest thing going. Like as far as period.
I mean, is it? How many records does Sweetie sell? That bitch got 80 million followers and she sold 2,000 fucking things.
I was gonna lean more towards Glorilla. And
I'm not very familiar with her.
she's from Memphis. She's very talented.
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
But I'm still stuck on Rhapsody.
Right.
As you should.
Like I'm still waiting for Rhapsody to have her fucking blow up moment. Like big blow up. Like I'm really not even trying to hear about another female rapper until Rhapsody get her fucking flowers.
Yeah, if not for real. We need that to happen immediately.
We needed it to happen 3 years ago. Let's just keep it all the way 100. All of the hottest female rappers are all ex-strippers.
Yeah, that seems to be the brand.
All ex-strippers.
Yeah. Or they
And
build
let's
them.
What's up, y'all? I'm Jaguar Wright. You might remember me.
Sorry for the technical
And I just got
difficulties.
finished doing another interview with
Do you
real
remember
life
where we
street
were?
stars. It was awesome. So subscribe and keep
Oh
coming
my
back.
goodness.
Even for other people than me.
When your producer is
at
doing
its
too much.
highest level.
See, that's payback for the bagels.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, there's real MCs, female MCs that are writing their shit. Like I would even appreciate it if they would let the real talented female MCs and ghost write for these bitches. But the women ain't ghost writing they shit.
That's the
it's niggas.
Yeah, it's the niggas.
Niggas is writing these bitches shit.
Hey man.
And I was talking about this the other day on my live. All of these women are out here buying into all of the shit that all of these bitches is saying that's being written by a dude. This is a dude's perspective on how a woman should be talking, and then the other women listen to her and be like, "Ooh, that's how she talking. That's how I'm talking, girl. Yeah, girl.
Hold up.
Oh, fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like we all over here. But meanwhile, all of these words came from a man.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's powering who? I don't call that empowerment. I call that impimpment.
Impimpment. New word. Urban Dictionary. Write it down. Cosign.
You ain't empowering shit. This nigga is spitting old fucking pimp shit and juicing it up and putting a bitch word here, there. You spitting it out on his behalf. Like for real, when you look at it, these ghostwriters is pimps and the artists are they bottom bitches.
Ooh. It just moved to the rap, I guess, because you paint a very interesting picture there.
I mean, seriously.
Ooh.
So
whoever's spitting the game, whoever's writing the game,
right,
is running the game.
That's a fact. It's a fact. Party.
Period.
They want them.
And they all strippers.
Yeah.
And all of them are still just trying to be Little Kim.
That's a fact. So I got a question.
Who was a figment of Biggie Smalls' imagination, blown to life.
Yeah. So as a woman, right, coming up, like I remember you said, don't do it as an artist. But what do you think this is gonna do for the future female rap artists going down the line? Like how NWA now is like more and more gangster now. What do you think this level of rap is gonna do for going forward?
I don't know. But I pray to God something drastic happens. Because let's just be honest, hip hop.
The all-new GoDaddy Arrow helps you get your business
They
online
always
in
got
minutes
to
with the
come
power
in
of
with
AI.
the ads. I'm telling you, this AI, it knows human beings too well. Too well. Crazy. AI up in everything.
Hip-hop and females, and it's kind of embarrassing right now. And I think the whole Sweetie thing, I think that sums it up best. You got 80 million followers and not even 1% was interested in buying your shit.
Does that say something more about the music or the person, do you feel?
No.
What's the industry?
It's just a game.
Ah.
It's just a game. You got, how many followers she got?
I mean, we can check right now. we can check right now.
And these are facts. And this goes for
As
even
we're
the
live
Megan
and
Thee
live.
Stallion. All of their stats is padded.
13 million.
She has 13 million followers. 10% of 13 million is what? 1.3 million.
Yeah.
1% of 1.3 million is what? 130,000.
130.
She sold 2,000. So you in the neck? Wait a minute. So she got 1%. 1% is 130,000.
Yeah. So it's like.
So she almost in the, like she negative.
Yeah, she's like 0.1%. Yeah.
That's.
So back in the.
No, she got a blue check.
Yeah, she got a blue check. What would back in the day, right?
Yeah.
I feel like y'all sold more records. Why do you think the decline of the music is like they're superstars, but they're only selling 30, 40,000?
Because nobody gives a fuck about the music. That's why.
Yeah. Are you trending on TMZ? That's what I hear. That's what makes me want to buy an album. What's the juice? So I can relate to it.
Nobody gives a fuck. Listen to me. Even when you look at this bullshit, like even with the whole, with Jennifer Huff and the Nicki Minaj issues, and then Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and all of this shit in the midst of it all. Like, the fuck? The fans.
Are they real fans though? Or are they bots?
No, listen
are they
to
purchased?
Me. I'm sure there's a good number of AI in there.
Yeah.
But they got actual fucking fans that follow them. Listen to me. My girl Nosy Ho live on YouTube.
Used to be.
Kenneth Petty's victim. Kenneth Petty being Nicki Minaj's husband. Now, I'm wrangled up in that.
You were
Advocacy. I advocate for Jennifer Huff. Part of the
Salute
reason
to
why
Jennifer
I
Huff.
advocate for Jennifer Huff is because it disgusts me what has happened to her life. See, when she was 16 years old, she was unfortunate enough to be raped by knife point and cut by Kenneth Petty, who was also 16. She was threatened. She was bullied. In the end, he said, fuck the trial, and he copped. He copped a plea, attempted rape. But it landed him on the sex offender registry list.
We're speaking
By
about
the way,
Nicki
he's
Minaj's
a level
husband.
3. Level 3 sex offender. For those of you who don't understand how it works, this is how it goes.
Teacher with Jaguar.
First tier, level 1 sex offender. You on that motherfucker for 10 years.
Prayer hands in the chat.
Level 2.
For my girl Jennifer Huff.
They gave you 20 years on the registry. Level 3, you're on it for life. For life. For life. That's her husband. A whole 8 monster, sexual, sadist, deviant who likes to whittle on his women as he rapes them. That's her fucking husband.
Right.
Jennifer was his victim in the 90s. She moved on with her life, had children, everything was fine until this pussy marries Nikki.
222 on the west side.
Now he married Nikki. He Mr. Minaj, right? So he moves from New York to Los Angeles and decides he doesn't have to register anymore. Well, he ends up getting busted for it. He gets booked. The fans catch on, the blogs catch on, and then the next thing you know, they find out he's got a conviction. Then they start researching who's the victim. And now Jennifer Huff's name is drug into this shit all over again. The Petties decide to engage her, offer to pay her to recant her story so he can get off the registry. Imagine the fucking balls. Listen to me. I know you got raped up and cut, baby, but this is what I need you to do for me.
Forget
you know
the
that
trauma.
shit was mad long ago. Look, I'm about to get you this cash. I'll give you yay stacks, yay racks. All you got to do is just go back to New York State and tell them that you lied and recant your story and everything, and I'm going to hook you up on the back end. You're going to be great. The fucking audacity. This woman made it through this shit. Moved on with her life, and then the next thing she know, her name is all over the blogs. She didn't even know. Somebody approached her daughter. Then her family started getting threatened again by their quote unquote alleged gang ties and friends. She was literally minding her fucking business and got sideswiped by fame. How unlucky for her.
Very.
That her assailant married someone famous and now drug her all back into this shit. So yeah, advocating for her was an easy choice.
Is she in the business?
Let's take a pause.
Yeah,
right
is
here.
No,
she?
she's a normal person.
Now I want to ask y'all a question. Let's take a poll. I want to know what's the difference between Jennifer Huff and Ronnie Bowe. Tell me that. What is the difference between my friend Jennifer Huff and my little brother, me and Natanya's little brother, Ronnie Bowe? Put a 1 in the chat if you think there's a difference between Ronnie Bowe and Jennifer Huff. Put a 2 in the chat if you know they're exactly the same. 2 people who had nothing to do with any of this Illuminati business came across Illuminati players, got drawn in out of nowhere. And now their lives have been turned upside down. And most of it was done on YouTube. The harassment, the slander, the doxing of their home phones. They're the same thing that Not and them just did to Ronnie Bo. They did the exact same thing to Jennifer Huff. One in the chat, if there is no different, if you see them as different, two in the chat, if you see it as the same. Why do the same horror stories keep being repeated on YouTube? Jennifer Huff was assaulted as a teenage girl by Nicki Minaj's husband. And the second she became his wife, she used all of her Illuminati influence and power. Now she's being charged again with smacking the dog crap out of some dude who worked for her. Illuminati gonna clean that up too? There's no difference. Jennifer Huff was at work minding her business when her photo was leaked all over line. Her children had to tell her. Her daughter, her grown daughter, was at a nightclub and someone ran up on her, threatening her mother and telling her to send a message home to her mother. And then people in her life started gaslighting her and lining her up and then selling the intel to people like Tasha K. A few years ago, Jennifer Huff was a happily married woman. Last I heard, her and her husband got divorced. She couldn't take it anymore. They're older. They're still young. But he just wanted to get away from it. And now I'm sitting here watching them play the same games with Ronnie all over again, who once again, no different than Jennifer Huff, he was in jail for one reason. He just so happened to end up on the same block as Robert Kelly, who intended to use Ronnie to help him build his public persona so he could get out of jail when he promised Ronnie he would do right by all of the prisoners. And all he cared about was what Ronnie was going to be able to do for him. And now Ronnie is here. He's in the fight. He's being hunted by the same people that hunt me. And it's unfair. This is why I advocate for these people. This is why I advocated for Natanya Rubin. She was another one sideswiped by the Illuminati. She had walked away from the big game. She was a vocalist. She was in the studio. She had records. She was helping niggas get on, G. She got baptized, turned her life over to the Lord, and then some friends said, hey, just come through. It's going to be cool. On some miss you. And it changed the entire course of her life. Puffy changed the entire course of her life. And Jennifer Lopez helped him get away with it. And they let a Versace dress distract the world. While they still owe, some of them still owe Natanya money to this day. She won her suit. I'm sick and tired of watching people get sideswiped by fame. Before we get back into some more of my very prophetic word, I feel the need to play another song. I feel the need to really share my heart with you guys. I've spoken up for so many people for so long. I don't know why it's just in my heart. 5 women.
What do you mean, my son? Oh, no, not my son. I don't think. Oh, no, not my son. What you said about my son? Oh, no, not my son. Oh, no, not my son. I was born to give him life, toil through the stress and strife, brought him up to be a man, then they stretched out their hand, bang, bang, they shut my baby down, bang, bang, that awful sound, bang, bang, ooh, oh, they shut my baby down. Not my son. No, not my son. Ooh, no, not my son. No, not my son. My name is Geneva. I had a baby girl. Circumstances in this life claimed my whole world. Into the system she went and hasn't been seen ever since. My daughter's name is Sandra Black. I hear you, sister. I understand. I hear you, sister. I understand. Not my son. My name is Gwen. I had a son. Had to lose him before I learned the value of a vote for one. He was a good man, had a wife, got fearing. My son's name is Eric Gardner. My name is Lucy. I had sons till a man at a gas station claimed one. I fight this fight in honor of him. And the hardest part is knowing there's more like him. My son's name is Jordan Davis. Oh, my son's name is Jordan Davis. My name is Leslie, and I'm from the heartland. Lost my son when he was 18 by a gun in a man's hand. He is police, but my son deserves peace. Our lives matter, my son matters. He's my
Michael Brown. Oh, my name is Sabrina. You can Google my name, and in related searches, you'll find the name George Zimmerman. We had no history until he killed my baby. Now there's him and there's me. My son's name, oh, my son's name, oh, it's Trayvon Martin. Oh, my son's name, his name is Trayvon Martin.
Yeah, I remember when you first played that song, and I was still producing for Black Lives Matter show, and I said, let me send this to Dr. Melina, because she got to hear this, and I played it. I played it. That was, man, very powerful.
All of the names we don't say. All of the names that meant so much yesterday. All of the names that we just let fade away. Say their names, say their names, say their name. Not my son. I don't even think they understand, honey, the PTSD that I experience every time I come in contact with a new survivor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how much of myself I have to give up just to help them get through,
Yeah.
I mean, we were just talking to a gospel legacy kid not that long ago, and I had to turn it over to you, and I'm so glad I did. We're not going to say any names, but I swear to God, it was the first time in this journey where I was so glad that I could put that person on the phone with someone that could really speak to them.
Yeah, and we're not done. I'm gonna definitely reach back out to him. We need him out here for cruelty free.
Well, we're going to get him out here for cruelty free, because I think he would be the perfect ambassador for the young inspirational artists who don't want to be or defined by a religion, but still be able to give honor and glory to what all is real. And it's wild that we have to fight so hard for things that should just be so there.
Should be simple. It should
present.
already been there, exactly. But you already know what it is.
I know.
Yeah, imagine him getting him with like D1, and then actually having.
Oh man, that could be so dope.
But imagine having him, and then having just get all the faiths. Get a Muslim cat who's it don't have to be. It don't have to be tied to Islam like that, but you know what I'm saying? I mean,
understand this. It doesn't. Anything that I'm involved with, a denomination will not be attached.
Yeah.
It can't be, because I follow what Yeshua says, and Yeshua says, my Father's house of worship is to be a house for all people. All people.
Yeah.
There's nothing but hate wrapped in division, and that's a denomination. It's just hate wrapped in division and given some kind of strange purpose, and all it does is lead people away from God, not towards God.
Yeah. Anything that's dealing with division doesn't
That's
deal
not
with.
God. That's not God. And thank you for all who acknowledge my son. Thank you. Trust me. There's a lot of women that cried when he passed away. A lot of them.
I'll
I'm
share
glad
with
I didn't
y'all.
have to sit with him.
I'll share with y'all because
Glad I had to sit with none of them hoes. But thank you for loving my son. Thank you. You know. Oh my God. It has to be non-denominational. I won't do anything that goes against what Yeshua said. I will not abide by. It's just that simple. If a Jew, a Muslim, and a Christian can't come together and do a good thing together, then fuck all of their religions because they're all worthless, period, as far as I'm concerned.
yeah, side note, when we launch everything with cruelty free, not to be putting too much of my business out there, but I'm taking guardianship of a family member who, I'll just say, their grandfather, I remember their grandfather was murdered, or not, let me not say, whatever they, how they restrict our words. But he was gunned down, gang violence. And I'll be damned if that happens to him. I'll be damned if that happens to any other of his kids. Any of his peers. We really got to get this initiative started when it comes to saving our black boys.
But see, that's who you are. That's who you are. And if anybody really didn't understand why the attitude that I took at, former so-called mods taking aim at your masculinity, because to say that a man is DV on his woman is to say that he's a punk ass bitch, because only punk ass bitch niggas beat on they women. That's number one. You're far from that. Never could be that. But number two, they know you're a father. They know you're going through a divorce. They know that these custody issues, they can get a little tricky. So to sit there and to intentionally paint you as an abuser is really for them saying, we don't care about your relationship with your kid. We hope this gets back to the court and we hope it ruins your life.
No,
And that I cannot abide by.
Oh, no, that's fine. Let them talk.
Oh, and by the way, that's the link up there. Thank you, Natural One, for the petition to go against the cyberbullying, to go against the cyber crimes. Let's get it signed. 15,000 names. We can do it. We can get it done.
Oh, no, Jag, that's fine. They can say what they want to say. Just, I'm definitely not no punk. I'm no DV, none of that, etc., etc. Like, I wouldn't even be able to get custody of my peoples if that was the case. You get what I'm saying? But they'll have to sit in front of a judge and explain why would they say something like that when it's clearly not true. And you were there, so obviously you're going to testify and say what that none of that happened.
I did see a few things that did happen. I can't wait to testify for, but we're going to leave that there.
Speaking of, I don't know if you want to, walk this into that whole Sean Atwood situation. I've been in contact with him directly now. We don't go through Shane.
You know what? I think now would be a good time to take an intermission from this trip down memory lane, because the truth is, all of these things keep bouncing back and forth off of each other, because I didn't know that the guy that screwed us over with the fake interview right after Pierce Morgan was Sean Atwood's mortal enemy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, look, I guess apparently the guy, his name is James English. Yeah, you know what? I think Sean's he wants to join, so let me actually send him the link. Give me one second, Dad. But let me it's good because we're actually speaking him up, and let me just send him the link. But the guy named James English apparently was part of Sean Atwood's team. Now, the funny thing is this guy James English kind of like circumvented the whole, just how he gets in contact with, how people get in contact with Jag. That's a whole different situation. James English reached out to me via Gene. Gene hit me, and I was like, oh yeah, let me talk to him. And I talked to James. He seemed cool, and I said, okay, man, look, yeah, let's set up something. We were going to do an in-person. I was going to set him up with Jag to do a in-person interview. And this guy said, okay, yeah, I rearranged a few things. So we had a bunch of stuff going. We were supposed to be in a
Let's
few
be
different places.
honest. He jerked us around, screwed us around. We changed everything for him. And then after the Pierce Morgan interview hit, and then the Atwood interview hit, all of a sudden he had to do an interview with Roseanne. What I really think he wanted was to just get a direct beat on our location. Because don't forget, he came sniffing around the same time that Jussie Smollett did.
Exactly. It was the same around the time. But look, this James English guy is the ringleader, the podcaster who Sean Atwood helped build his platform. But he stole like 10,000 subs from him and created that fake narrative about Sean being really in jail for some pedo-ish when it was over some D-rugs.
No, he wanted to make him sound like he was a squirmy little weasel rather than making him sound like he was a kick-ass G.
So, like I said, Donut and all these other little minions, I ain't got nothing against them, but I go after people like Alex Spiro. I'm going after this James English cat.
No, but honey, let's just be all the way honest. No, let's be all the way honest. One of Sean's enemies who came after him and created one of these fake stories directly targeted us for an interview and wanted an in-person interview. He went about it just the same way Lionel B did with Natanya.
Exactly. So y'all listen up, folks. Like, and see, mess with me, you're gonna get the fangs. That's all I gotta say. I'm not no big tough guy, but cats gotta know. You crossed the line. This guy is a snake. I realized his snakish behavior when I said, "Hey, man, look, what's going on with this situation?" Because I don't want to get into the details about how he flaked us, but it definitely was some.
No. I want to get into the details. So you sent the fucking payment and then you fucking canceled it. And then said you was going to send it all. And then you got ghosts. I don't fuck with motherfuckers that play around with money, G. I definitely don't fuck around with motherfuckers that play with my time. But people that was trying to set me up and still snake me at the same time. Pussy, you should have at least paid the deposit. You know how much money we spent rerouting our schedule for this in-person interview that you just needed to have after you finished with Roseanne Barr, you lying sack of shit.
You were giving him a discount.
Sure did, because he came through Gene. Exactly. And guess what? Gene wasn't all that happy about it, you fucking weirdo. And I hope you didn't interview him.
Well, I'm going to talk to Gene about
just so you could find a way to get to me.
He's a snake, and he's behind.
How dare you use him? But at least you paid Gene. Far as I'm concerned, pussy, if you don't want me to keep telling people this story, you better send me $1,500 tonight.
Nah, he needs to send 30. Never mind. Look, I'm burning them regardless, but I don't like the fact that when I had reached out to Sean and Sean brought his name up and said, "Oh," when I said, "Oh, James English, I remember him," and yeah, I'm running down on James English. I'm gonna actually reach out to him in person, and we're gonna have to have that talk.
No, it's just wild because someone that was targeting Sean Atwood before Sean Atwood and I met instantly started targeting me the second that we line up with them. And then the people that have been targeting me are now targeting Sean Atwood. And they're both all taking their weirdo made up stories
Yeah.
to use against everybody to try to break down the credibility of what we're legitimately building. This shit is sick.
It is.
And I'm going to be quiet and let you talk.
No. You. This is a
No,
dialogue.
you please.
The only thing that I was gonna bring up was the fact that we got Sherelle's World, who she says some egregious things about you that that need to be legally looked at. But that's a whole nother conversation. But Sherelle's World is now running that story that Sean Atwood, and this story's been debunked years ago. But Sherelle's World is recycling, talking about Sean and the whole thing about his arrests. That whole thing's been debunked. I'm gonna get with Sean because we need to kind of like put the nail in it, but it's already been debunked. Basically, there are YouTubers out here who are.
But they did the same thing to Andy Signore over at Popcorn Planet.
Hey, you're right. The same thing. They tried to put a little, just creep. Like, see, even with me, look. Remember what they said about me? They said I was. Honey, they said I was selling this and bussy, and I'm like, wait, hold, what?
Honey, they said a lot of things about you that ain't true. Oh wow, wait a minute, we have a special friend here.
Let's bring Hold on. I'm bringing him on.
Cheers, mate.
Hey,
you see yourself? Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Ziggy.
You got a camera for him, huh? Hey, Ziggy.
Oh, look at the Zigmeister.
Look at him.
Yeah. Can you see Ziggy?
Hey, Ziggy. Hey, friend.
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
Good. Good.
We're doing good. We're just taking a trip down Hell's Lane.
Oh dear. Yeah, I woke up to like 10 videos today.
Oh my God.
Jaguar Wright is finished with Sean Atwood.
Are you kidding me?
Sean, I emailed you yesterday, and I'm glad you emailed me back because I was just, you know what it is, man. We, the air is clear. It's all good.
Yeah.
Hey, look at him.
Hey, Ziggy. Hey, friend.
We don't pay any attention to the trolls, do we, Ziggy?
At all.
Look at him.
At all.
Ziggy.
That's Jag up there, look.
Hi, Ziggy. Good to see you, friend.
Diggy.
Me and you got banjo lessons.
Oh
yeah.
You love Purple Rain, don't you, Ziggy?
Oh yeah.
That the woman who sings Purple Rain, look. Yeah. You recognize?
You see the smile on his face, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
God bless him. Oh, from the bottom of my heart, just what a gift.
So your
Sean,
channel
please.
then, I can say anything. You don't censor on your channel.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Don't curse in front of Ziggy, though, dude. Don't.
Oh, true.
You don't want him repeating what you got to say.
You know what? You might need him repeating what he got to say. As crazy as these people are, we got to arm our babies coming out the womb. Look at little Nova. Only thing she was missing was a helmet plate and a knife last night, boy. She was ready to go to war with her daddy Ron.
So Sean, it's funny, we just mentioned you, and then I said, let me send you the link. We were talking about the situation with James English, and we brought up our incident that happened with him a couple of months back. And it all makes sense right now in regards to what's going on with Sherelle trying to recycle this whole story that James English concocted.
Yeah, well, let me just say that James English has apologized to me. This happened like 4 years ago. So we have squashed the beef regarding that issue. But it has recently been recycled, like you say, by this lady with 500,000 subscribers. And I tried to, and if you are not familiar with this, what they were saying was, I had created the Sammy the Bull story. It was all BS. to hide that I had PDF charges in Arizona.
Right.
And these guys, when they originally came out with this, they put it out. Millions of people watched it. I lost tens of thousands of subscribers, which went over to these guys. That was the goal. My mom was getting messages. I was getting death threats. My mom couldn't sleep at night, and it got really hectic for a while. And it all died down. Those guys got blowback for being wrong. They apologized. So that part of it's over in my life. But now we've got this woman with 500,000 subs in America putting out the exact same thing, and she said all the Sammy the Bull stuff, it's BS. I've got a direct line to Sammy. He's told me it's BS. And she said all this the night before HBO Max announced my documentary with Sammy. And I tried to guide her to the truth.
Oh, she didn't want that.
No. And even when HBO Max announced, she just doubled down. These people, what it is, they try and chip away at something, and when they're proven wrong, they say they're for truth seekers and they want authenticity, and to find out what's actually happened for the viewers, they've got to be truthful to the viewers. And what happens is they chip away at one thing, and when they're completely wrong, they don't correct themselves, they just chip away at something else. So it's gone from, with this woman, it's gone from Sean Atwood was lying about Sammy the Bull. And then Sean Atwood was lying about his prison record. And she did this grand announcement where she read my prison record out, which I've written a book about, by the way. I've written 2 books about documenting it. And it's been online for 20 years, my prison record. It's a public record. She announced it as if an alien had just landed on her house. And she was telling this to the world for the first time. So, and then it went to Sean Atwood's SWAT team story is made up. So they just move from thing to thing to thing, but the more outrageous the things they claim, the more views they get.
Yeah.
So they're rewarded for doing it, and I understand this person's trying to get a hustle on, and I expect that with troll channels, and I just ignore them. But when you've got 500,000 subs, you're supposed to do some due diligence. You gotta.
Oh, you should see the due diligence her husband was doing in them chaps with that ball gag.
No. What?
Do we want to show that?
What?
Wait a minute, just a little flash.
Hold on.
Because we want to show everybody.
I don't want to scare.
Who's talking crazy about you? Diggy, earmuffs, and blindfold.
I'm gonna show.
Come on, love.
I'm just gonna show a picture. Hold on 1 second.
I just want everybody, when you see this picture, I want y'all to think about these people, what they're trying to do to our friend Sean, and I want you to see the caliber of person we're talking about here. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Dion, for that chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen my documentary of Sammy the Bull on Max. It's called Sons of Ecstasy. It was number 7 in the top 10 last time we looked.
Yes!
I was just about to play the trailer, and in fact, me and Jag, we're going to check it out because, okay.
So this is Sherelle's husband?
This is how the filth that they talk about us is manufactured in their own perverted minds. And this just verifies it right there. Verifies it.
These are the people that were talking about you.
Wow.
This is the kind of stuff they do on YouTube. Like this is.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to show it.
He's like,
right there. Okay, let me.
Ziggy, you know.
Let's hide it.
Oh, it sounds like a lot of people saw the documentary. Appreciate that. Thank you, guys.
Oh, listen to me. We didn't want to get in the way of it, but we wanted to do like a little screening party, and we were hoping that we could interview you about it.
Yeah, of course.
It would be for members only, of course. But we would like to screen it and just talk to you about it, if that's okay. Our people love you over here. You know that.
Oh, appreciate that. When would you like to do that?
Well, how about you and Odell talk and schedule it, and maybe once it's gotten a few more views, we can take time and just, because I think they really would love to hear you walk them through everything.
Yeah, that
in
sounds
a
really good.
one-on-one.
Sammy the Bull was on my channel last night, and I was on his channel, and he apologized to me. He said the trolls duped him into saying certain things.
Of
you just
course.
stole my headset, Ziggy. I can't hear anything now. Give it back.
Now, you see your headphones? You see how they clap back together when you take them off, and then they stretch? I know a guy, his headphones don't do that.
Ziggy is a little engineer. He loves anything technically can grab.
Oh, him and Odell are going to be great friends. Are we ready? Let's get into the trailer.
Run the trailer real quick. I just wanted to run the trailer, and then in fact, me and Jag are going to check it out in a few. I meant to check it out last night, but we fell out, and I was supposed to produce some stuff. It was a whole lot, but check it out.
This is a story. We didn't fall out. We fell asleep.
Facing life in prison, Sammy the Bull Gravano turned on his boss, John Gotti.
Am I a rat? I took fucking 20 years to help my kids and my family.
A few months later, they're gonna kill me to send a message to my father.
This is Phoenix, Arizona.
We were trying to start a new life, but we would definitely fish out of water. There's this whole lifestyle in the middle of the desert, having rave parties. Ecstasy.
I wanted to control the ecstasy scene here in Arizona. I think I got like 30,000 hits of ecstasy.
We got rid of them in a week. But then some guys started undercutting us.
English Sean.
English Sean was the mastermind to our ecstasy empire.
The name Sammy the Bull Gravano entered my sphere, and they became the biggest threat to the organization.
I don't give a flying fuck. We'll go to war like that.
I just took off running, smoke shooting out the window.
I was prepared to kill him and bury him in the desert.
Everybody knew the consequences of the life.
It was me and my family against the world.
Yeah, hey, y'all got to get that that Max the what do you call it, that app? I mean, if you don't have Cinemax or HBO Max, yeah, this is fire. I already know this is fire. I got it, so I'm gonna check it out. We're checking it out tonight.
What I'm wondering though, and it just baffles me to this day, is how is this documentary possible when Cheryl said I'd made the whole Sammy the Bull story up? Surely she's right, and this can't even exist.
Well, see, you got to understand. You got to understand when you start mixing, different chemicals with worn out patent leather and ball gags, you can make a lot of mistakes in a lot of things.
Yeah, hey, Malaysia, yeah, yo. So, Sean, you produced it, or you just had your hand in producing it? Or you were just the feature?
No, I didn't produce anything. So about 4 years ago, they contacted us, and they said they wanted to come and film, where my parents are. And my mom got a couple of cups of tea ready to give the cameraman and his sound engineer that she was thinking was going to show up. Next thing, trucks of people start arriving, blocking off traffic in the street. There was like 20, 30 people, Americans, people from all over the place. And they were filming us for days.
Wow.
And days. This has been years in the making.
Nice.
I was legally not allowed to have a sit down with Sammy the Bull as part of our contractual agreement with the company that made this documentary. So I was never able to explain to the public with Sammy, our entire history until last night. Those podcasts were released last night. Oh, little Baba.
Go ahead. Look, look. Hey, Sean. No, go ahead and take care of Ziggy.
Let me see if he wants a milky. 1 second.
No, go ahead.
Absolutely.
If you want some milky. You want some milky.
Before we let you go to deal with our future rock star, I just wanted to make it very clear why you were here, friend.
Thank you.
We're friends.
Of course. As soon as I saw you on Piers Morgan, I was like, this is one bad-ass activist. If they're going to censor Jaguar, we're going to get her on. And we're not just going to get her on pre-recorded. We're gonna have a live.
Oh my God. You know, when Odell came to me and said, hey, there's this platform. Have you ever heard of them? And I said, well, no. And he said, we're going to do this. This we're going to do. And I'm like, okay. And I'm glad we did. And I hate the fact that our association has riled up the deviants and our mutual enemies so much to the point where they're literally creating whole campaigns to try to stop people's work.
There's a cottage industry around trolling us right now.
Very much so.
There is.
Yeah.
Very much so. And what that tells me is that we're doing something right.
It's a sign of success. and we thank them for the views. They're sending. My book sales went up when they were saying that was lying about this in this chapter, and that was.
Now they get to go and read it themselves.
Well, you can thank Sherelle for lightweight promoting.
Yes, and Perry's ball gag.
He works for us.
Perry's a ball gag. May he choke on it.
Yeah, they're just mad. And Sean, again, we appreciate you. You know, I got that direct line. I gotta just connect you with the WhatsApp and stuff like that. But yeah, if James apologized to you, that's cool. But me, he did me dirty. So y'all cool. I'm not cool with James English at all. So
he's very unsatisfied.
Yeah, yeah.
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Like
it's all right. We're gonna leave that in the past, and we're gonna do what we need to do. But what I'm glad is that regardless of all that they did to try to kill your big day,
they can't stop this.
They can't stop
Only
it.
Ziggy can stop this.
And I'll say to James, just get on the right side. Get on the right side, because who you're dealing with on that side, they're totally. I mean,
it doesn't matter, honey. You know what matters? Ziggy smiling.
Yeah,
that's what matters. And Ziggy knows his dad is such a badass.
I tried to help.
Ziggy started us.
I tried to help Cheryl, telling her the truth about Sammy the Bull, and she said she had a direct line to him, and he confirmed.
They said
that
the same thing about Skinny Joey.
They don't have a
direct line to him. I contacted them.
They said the same thing about my manager's cousin. They said they had a direct line to him too. They got I wish they would have a direct line to hell. And go.
Sammy the Bull's people, I said, have these people contacted you? And they were like, this crackpot woman has been messaging us, but we're not responding.
It's wild. They send a message. No, but that's the thing. They go, they reach you on direct message on Instagram or something, and then they screenshot it, and then they show it in their live. See, we've been talking, and me and him have been talking, and then the lie just grows. It just grows.
But they don't ever
the bigger
take
the lie,
the bigger the lie, they get busted. They just move on to the next lie. They never take responsibility.
Never. No, they fight. Yeah. No, once they can't run from the truth anymore, they attack someone else.
How do you get 500,000 subscribers based on that philosophy?
She was a housewife. She was a housewife commentator. And then she got into a battle with Candy Burris and lost. And that was the first time she took a major hit, which is why her, like the rest of the other Real Housewife troll mods and troll channels, jumped over to the Jaguar Wright algorithm, because it was the only thing that was given as much as what they were doing there, because everyone knows that the Housewife franchises, they're dying out. No one cares.
Yeah.
By beating up on you, all they're doing is attracting toxic viewers. And they just end up with this hornet's nest that eventually turns on them. Because when I was covering the Epstein, I went through all of this, exactly the same thing. We had 60 million views on that case, but all the activists, survivors, YouTubers were all collaborating together on my channel. And then all hell broke loose. Everyone was falling out with everyone. I was in the middle of it. All the videos got wiped off YouTube. Had endless problems. I got called into the police station and I got a caution and they restricted my reporting on survivor stories.
Wow.
Crazy, huh?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And these channels that have these toxic followers, they end up just wiping themselves out. They drown under the weight of their own toxicity because they're telling lies. They're attracting this negative energy instead of helping people build each other up and helping people share their stories and go through that cathartic process. They're just trying to knock everybody down. And that karma boomerangs right back at them. So we don't have to raise a finger against these people. They destroy themselves.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that our people got to hear it from you. Because, you know, I'm not big on toting the line on a bunch of gossip. You know, if it's something that's relevant, I'll deal with it and I'll address it. But, you know, my last word regarding all of this is evidence of what happens when God puts something together that makes the enemy quake in their boots. And
let them get on with Ziggy. Come on.
Yeah.
Ziggy needs to go. He's
any
ready.
final words, Sean?
Yes, God put us together. The enemy are quaking in their boots. Let them quake.
That part. That's it. You've heard it.
Ziggy don't give a shit.
Ziggy ready to go. He's ready to get up out of here.
And there ain't no wedge between me and Jaguar Wright. You can make videos all day long.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're just fine.
No, we're good.
We're just fine. Been that way.
Look, Sean, I'm gonna touch bases with you. We may be on that side of the pond soon. I will let you know.
Be warned, though, I might be a double agent for Piers Morgan.
Oh, well.
Well, don't worry about it because, you know, I'm a CIA operative. And I was sent to replace Tyler. I got to go get fitted for my nude cat suit. I'll see you.
And you were arrested last week. We would love to host you. Guys come here. We would love to host you at our house. You're welcome anytime. The door is always open.
Oh, I think that's going to be happening sooner or later. You just got to promise that I get to cook and I get to make millionaire sauce.
Absolutely. And we won't give any to Ellen DeGeneres because she's moved 2 hours north of me.
Oh, hell no.
Can we go and wait a minute? Can we go and go to the pub and get a taste and just slog off and just throw beer cans at her house and ride off into the sunset?
No, let's bring the eggs. I'll pay the $100 for about 10 carts.
No, I want to throw bangers and mash. Oh, absolutely. Oh my God. Well, we love you, friend, and thank you. And Ziggy, I'll be seeing you soon. We're gonna have our first rehearsal.
Good night. Bye, Ziggy. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
Much love, everyone.
All right, Sean.
Cheers. Cheers.
Oh,
all right.
What a lovely cheers, friend. Isn't it great when we sort things out like that? Just so simple.
Of course. Yeah, they so the narrative was, oh, well, you know, Shane and this and that, and then, oh, now Sean isn't. No, we've already been in contact with Sean. Everything is good with Sean. We're good.
You know what I can't stand? When people think that they know our life better than we do.
Well, let them think. That's fine.
Well, now that we've gotten through all of that, we need to get back to the footage. We need to get back to the video.
All right. Where we at? The real life? You want to go back to
that? Yeah, let's start at about an hour and 10 minutes in.
Okay, give me 1 second.
You know, if you just look at my content on any platform, truth's right there.
It is.
Now, what's funny is the truth has been right there for years for everyone to see. And Allie Carter's been out there for years, for everyone to see. And people were more willing to believe her than me. Let's listen. Fair use.
Has a hard time keeping jobs because all of the fucking attention. They don't want that shit around there.
Right.
They threatened her 6-year-old daughter. They threatened to rape and kill her 6-year-old daughter. Her fans, the fucking barbs, them fucking bobblehead bitches, male and female and whatever else, and however, whatever your pronoun is alike. You're a fucking barb, you fucking stupid out of your goddamn mind. They actually got on Nosey's page in the comments and said if they ever found out that Nicki Minaj committed rape, they would work to make rape legal so she wouldn't have to face no charges.
That's crazy.
This is the kind of shit that these pussies say.
Mindset.
A couple of them tried to jump on my page. And I said, this is real simple. We can meet wherever you want. I just want you to say it to my face. That's all. You can say whatever you want to say to me. To my face. It's easy to be real tough like this. I mean, like, it's insane. They harass people. They track people down. But the same thing happened to me with the fucking wine gang. The winos. Like, how offensive is that I'm being hunted by a group that calls themselves the winos? That shit is like...
The winos.
It's fucking awful. I'm being hunted by a bunch of fucking drunk bitches who drink boxed wine. And listen to a crazy bitch that's been caught in 80 million lies and owes Cardi B $4 million.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say shout out to Wino from the 40 Thieves. Shout out to my G Wino from the 40 Thieves. These winos that Tasha K, what did Corey call her? You heat in the night face.
You heated the night face, bitch.
Don't be taking my Don't be taking Wino's name and saying it in vain. Shout out to Wino from the 40 Thieves. Let's go.
The whole situation. So to segue back to that, your ex is on there, but also your son is brought on that.
Yeah.
For you, and again, I know you haven't went through and watched every minute of her, but just probably had clips. For you to see that your son is on that.
It was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But not because I was worried about how it was making me look. Not at all. See, I know what kind of mother I've been.
You're the mother.
I know what kind of mother I've been. So I wasn't personally offended for myself. I felt bad for him because I knew when I saw the little clips that I had seen, I instantly knew he's he's uncomfortable. He's talking from that stressed place. Like, I know it better than anybody. I watched this human being grow up. I taught him how to walk. I taught him how to talk. I fed him.
By the way, pause for 1 second.
I taught him how to stand up and pee in front of the toilet. Not even his father did that. So it's...
Let's not forget that it was 3 months after this that me and my son watched the Surviving Tasha K thing together, which is when he spotted the AI in the video. And that's when he pointed it out. It was actually Sam who taught me how to spot AI. Yeah. Salute to my son, Sam.
Yes, Sam. Sam, I'm coming to get you because my little nephew needs you. that little guy is so talented, and I think you could just enhance what it is that he's doing. And we need creators. We need future creators to have their minds right. And yeah, Sam is brilliant, and I appreciate him. But he's just being led astray. Speaking of, I think Golden Queen H said something about being a wino. I was not a wino. I used to listen to Tasha K before I met Jag, and right before I met Jag, I started just seeing how misandry. Look that word up, y'all. Everybody talks about misogyny, and we know that. But Tasha K is the queen of black misandry. So I can't rock with that. Anyway, let's move forward.
And I was married. So all that being said, like instantly, but I felt the same way when he was at the shooting.
Stock footage doesn't have the best reputation.
You know, when my eldest son was murdered in 2018, he wasn't allowed to come home for the funeral because his father was afraid that I was going to ask for change of custody. So he wasn't allowed to come to his brother's funeral.
That's great.
And instead, my family members back home, which by the way, a couple of them, they were on the Tasha K thing too.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, they all got together
The cousins and
decided to have a mock funeral block party rather than coming to Texas. They was gonna celebrate their way. His body was in Texas, but they having a little service in Philly. Gotcha. They were upset that I didn't fly him home. And I'm glad I didn't fly him home, because you want to know what happened at that gathering on Hawthorne Street, on the 5700 block of Hawthorne Street?
Go ahead.
Man, in Frankfurt, Philadelphia, some of my son's friends decided to come to the gathering. And the reason why I got my son out was because their enemies showed up and shot up the party. Killed my son's best friend right in my son's face. My boy, my baby boy. If he had been in Texas with me, he would have never seen that. He would have never been there for that. He had to go run under a table while his dad ran off to go get the car so they could speed off. And when I found out, because I got a phone call, and it was at the repast dinner that we were having, it was literally on the day of my son's funeral. I get the phone call. They shot up the block. They killed Giovanni's best friend. And I'm like, what? Who was there? Sam is gone. He all right. What do you mean, Sam? My son was there? He all right. He ain't catch no heat.
He ain't catch no heat.
Let me call my son, because I know how he is. I know this got to be fucking him up. I call my son. The first thing, I'm like, are you okay? Just tell me, are you okay? It's not Dad's fault, Mom. It's not his fault. It could have happened to anybody. It could have happened to anybody. I'm like, what are you talking about? I just want you to know, Dad, it's not Dad's fault that I saw the shooting. He didn't know it was going to happen. It could have happened to anybody. I said, fuck all that. Are you okay? Huh? I said, take a deep breath. Have you even thought about yourself at all?
Let me pause, because I'm gonna piggyback off of what Omar Gooden, even though I know you're not good with Omar Gooden like that, but what did he say about he made a very poignant point about John Singleton's contribution, his art, and what he did with Boys in the Hood. So everybody remembers that movie Boys in the Hood, and Trey hopped in the car, snuck out the house, and hopped in the car with Doughboy and his homies, and he was gonna put in that work because the Eazy-E looking motherfucker, she's out his brother. But on the ride, looking for the fool, he said, Doughboy, let me out. Now, the father instilled so much into Trey, where Trey was like, you know what? I'm having second thoughts. I don't want to be a part of this whole situation. Because imagine if Trey was in that car when they rolled up on Eaterburger and shot the Eazy-E looking motherfucker. It would have been very traumatic. So I'm listening to this situation right here, and us older black men, we're supposed to protect our youngsters, our soldiers, from seeing that type of war until it's necessary. I'll say it like that. But Jag, what your son was definitely traumatized by seeing that or being around that. Can you further expound on that, or?
Yeah, play it a little bit more, and then I'll speak.
Are you checking up on you? Fuck your dad. Are you okay? Give me the phone. Listen to me. I didn't plan this. We didn't know it was going to happen. Look, he'll call you back.
Wow.
Now, I want you to think about this. An autistic young man who buckles at pressure and crumbles in chaos. Not allowed to go to his brother's
Like the
funeral.
13-year-old survivor.
Yeah. And how old was Sam at the time? Like 16?
He was 2018. He's 20. Yeah. He was 16.
Yeah, I grew up with cats, and I've had people who were victims of drive-by that I knew. I was like, one day we kicking it, and they were tagging, they were doing this, we were playing this and that. About 14, 15 years old, and then the next day, I remember he was out because of a drive-by. This was like, late 80s, early 90s. I was a little kid then. And that stuff is very traumatizing to a kid around that age, man. I just wish his father would have did a lot more.
Let's listen a little more to what I had to say.
Let's go.
Fake ass ceremony / block party. Watches his brother, who had just been murdered the week before, watches his brother's best friend be murdered right in front of him. And then he's spirited off and downloaded. If you talk to your mom, you make sure you let her know it's not my fault. The fuck?
Yeah, so.
No. What kind of fucking sick ass motherfucker, call yourself a parent, do you gotta be to know that your child, who suffers and struggles from dealing with pressure and anxiety and all of this shit, he's been suicidal twice, he's had to be in he's been on suicide watch in a fucking mental hospital twice before he turned 18. And all you thinking about is how it makes you look? Suck every dick that you lie about, bitch. Suck every dick that you lied about, bitch.
Wow.
You don't give no fuck about my child. You give a fuck about what you do to my child and how it affects me.
He was recently on a Night and Day podcast in which you and your son now are everything's
he's home.
Yeah, he's home. Everything's copacetic.
Everything was always copacetic.
That part.
There was never a bad moment. There was never an argument.
Speak on the Jag, that part. Because y'all still good. I don't know what's going on with this whole little other shit. But y'all still good.
We were never bad.
Right.
Yet, video after video after video after video after video on YouTube is constantly saying the exact opposite from people who don't know my child, especially Patrice Garner.
The little insight that I have.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know what knowing Chatty Patty did for my boy?
What's that?
It did stuff like this. Stuff like this. All of these things. All of these things. You know, it just amazes me. I could pull up the checks.
We'll do that later. I think I still have them.
But it doesn't even matter. How do these people who have never met any of us get to sit around and lie about us every day online. Let's listen to a little more.
Wait, you Borgin. Say something again?
I said no, let's listen. Let's keep listening a little further.
When he finally found out, because he didn't even know that was a whole documentary thing. He didn't know. He didn't find out until somebody approached him about it in the street. See, they kept him quarantined off, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody told him what had been going on. So when he finally found out about it, he became very awkward about it and all of that. And he said, Mom, I had no idea. I said, shh. I know. I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah, no, that's so needed as a mother to be able to give it's okay.
It's okay.
He could wear that forever. Like, damn, what did I do?
And, you know, please understand, this is the same child that I sat in jail for 8 months on a bullshit case that I had to beat in fucking Cook County Jail.
8 months? Wow.
The pursuit was to
God
find.
damn it. God damn it.
Behind that pussy ass motherfucker. I had legal custody of my son here in Dallas, Texas, but I was charged with child abduction in Chicago, and Chicago refused to work with the DA's office here. So I was forced on a governor's warrant for a nonviolent crime. $150,000 bond. I was forced to be extradited from Lew Sterrett to Cook County and fight that case. By the way, I had a whole fucking jazz tour set up. Was forced to miss that. Had 8 other shows. I had fucking 25 shows set up. All forced to be missed. Meanwhile,
At $5,000 a pop.
There's another trial happening in Dallas that I'm fighting while I'm sitting in jail for custody of my son, of me not losing custody of my son that I had just gotten. I didn't lose custody of him because I was a bad mother. I lost custody of him because I was still in fucking jail. I'm sitting in the fucking social worker's office, fucking representing myself at my custody case here while I'm fighting a child abduction case there. Meanwhile, I have custody, but I abducted him in another state that nobody fucking lived in. Because my ex-husband wasn't even living there. When they arrested me, that pussy had already moved back to fuck to Philly. But see, he was busy fucking that goddamn detective, that ugly ass bitch who was so grateful to have a good looking man on her. Hooking him up with some polos from time to time. That bitch charged me anyway, and I was forced to fucking sit. And guess what happened when we finally got to trial? Nulle prosecute.
No.
All charges dismissed. They couldn't even go through with trial. The fucking judge looked at the paperwork and fucking laughed at him. And on top of that, the fucking interview that I did that was filmed in interrogation when I first got there before they booked me into the county, I had my fucking Dallas County paperwork, my custody paperwork, and everything that came from my lawyer. I took that shit and I shoved that shit in my shirt. I had them papers on me when I went into interrogation. Take off my handcuffs. Are you willing to talk to us without an attorney? I said, yeah, under one condition. What? That I'm allowed to use my paperwork. I had to take it out when I first got there because, you know, I have to go in the cells and sit in the tombs and wait for them to bring me the fuck upstairs and all of that shit. In the dead of winter. In Chicago. In the dead of winter. I went from Texas. It was fucking 78 degrees when we fucking left Love Field to -2. I come upstairs, they get my paperwork. I said, do you see all this? Do you see the county seal? Fuck y'all. You ain't got no case. Fuck y'all. For all we know, those are fakes. You can easily call the DA's office.
I've heard that before.
In Dallas County and have them authenticated. They've been trying to reach you for months. They said y'all refused all their phone calls. All of this is on camera. Then the white motherfucker. Old ignorant dude. Real Chicago. Real fucking Kabasa chewer, you know. Why are you talking to her like this? Why are you treating her? You're not supposed to treat her like that. I said, treat me like what? Like a person? I said, oh yeah, she's supposed to treat me like a nigga, right? I don't know who you think you're talking to. I was like, this is on camera, right? I said, like a nigga, right? I said, what's it gonna take to get you upset? Because I'm fitting to make you upset. Well, I can't believe you would pull out the race card. I said, why not? You already know you fucking putting on a pony show for him. He's my friend. I said, yeah. Until you're the only black person in the room, and then you a nigga too, bitch. Fuck y'all. Y'all ain't gonna drop it? Take me to the county. Book me in. I'm ready to go to trial. Y'all got 3 days to indict me.
There it is.
You already 2 weeks late.
There it is.
Let's fucking do it.
Gangsta.
With 180 documents and a public defender, I beat that case.
There it is.
With the public defender.
With a public
Congrats on
pretender.
that. That's important.
Yeah, but I lost custody of my son because I was still in jail.
Yeah,
Ain't that
exactly.
a bitch?
8 months.
Ain't that a bitch?
Ugh.
No
wow. Wow. Yo, Jag, you gangster as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, yeah. Go ahead. Give us some context.
Understand this, Dallas. If I was willing to sit in Cook County Jail to beat that case, y'all better take me to trial.
Oh, these other charges, they know they don't have a case, but wait till we pull the haymaker. I'm finna hit the judge tonight.
You want to know what nobody? You want to know the one part of the story of the case in Chicago that ain't nobody talking about?
What's that?
Allegedly, Barack Obama paid to have my case fucked off.
I could, yeah. And you know why? Because of the Jigga Man's connection to that. Yeah.
Not just because of the Jigga Man's context, but because my ex-husband used to sell him clothes.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he was a client for Ralph Lauren in Chicago.
Man, fuck Obama.
I'm not surprised.
What?
I could actually see him and my first ex-husband together. They're each other's type.
Ugh, that's nasty work.
And I could see him enjoying being around Michelle too.
Oh damn.
He always liked trans women.
Michael and I? Yeah. Well, guess what, Jag? I don't think the public ain't ready for what's finna pop. But it's funny that Dee Dee the robot, dumbass Danny, put out that bolo this, and then you got Sherelle saying this and that. I don't think they just don't know, Jag, and you pulling this like me. I've never look. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
You've never watched this?
I never saw this interview. I saw the one where you dogged out Jada. Of course, we know that. And that's my shit. That was my shit. But I never saw this. And now that I'm putting everything together and seeing and just putting everything in context, it's all making sense. And that's why this next move is very important. And I don't think the world is ready.
Let's watch a little more.
Shout out to real life street stars. Yeah.
I could have came home and fought. And then I thought about my son. More court, more testifying, more already $137,000 and some odd wasted on lawyers and bond fees, and that was his whole college. That was all his college money wasted on that fucking case.
Yeah.
Wasted on that case. When he was 16. He was only going to be 18 in 2 years. I let him ride it out. Because if I keep fighting, this nigga's gonna keep fighting. And if he even tries another motherfucking stunt to get me booked, we all gonna fucking end this shit. I spent 12 years in court with that bitch. 12.
If you or
Okay. All right. Okay. If you
What comes after this though is extremely important.
Okay.
And then I want to move on before
Let's
we
move
roll
on.
out.
Every time I booked a tour, every time I was working on a project, court paperwork, court paperwork, court paperwork. It's like the fucking divorce that never ends. How about that? You think I'm going to put pressure on my son for anything? Knowing that the only reason his mom is going through hell and losing money and losing work and going through all of this shit is because I believe in him. I told him I don't feel like doing this shit. And if your dad pulls a stunt, I might have to go away.
Fuck it.
But I'll do it for you. What do you want? I want to fight, Mom. I want to get away from him. Well, then fuck it. Book you into the cooking. Fuck it. That's who I am.
Now I have to ask, because you got married young, or what they consider young. During that,
it was young.
It was young, and the reason I want to say it was young because, and I want you to address it because you're here, and you've spoken on yourself, but the Talib Kweli situation.
Oh shit!
Was that a situation when you were willing to kind of throw
That's
everything?
Such a bad fucking memory now.
Yeah,
you are the biggest lame for being associated with Talib Kweli. I will slap the shit out of Talib Kweli, and he knows.
I wish you would.
And he no.
You know what? I got an idea. You
Because
slap the shit out of him, and I can slap the shit out of his remained wife, DJ EQ. We can make it a couple tag team. We could do it, but we can make it a Save the Children, WWF or MMA fight.
He knows that I got smoke for him because he came for me on Twitter years back, and I'm like, this hoe ass nigga, and I'm glad Mike and I, shout out to my nigga Mike and I, murdered your punk ass, and 2Mex, and my nigga Rifleman, living legends, nigga. You ain't fucking with LA, my nigga. But I'm gonna just do a diss record too. I'm gonna just fucking do a diss record too.
You might as well. Everybody else has.
But Mike and I,
he got elderly gangsters.
Oh, Pharaoh, my nigga Pharaoh. Shout out to Pharaoh. I gotta go see Pharaoh. Pharaoh murdered him too. But Mike and I, with that Russian rag, Talib Kweli, you ain't coming. You stand down. Russian rag. Mike and I, living legends. Nigga, you ain't fucking with my niggas. But yeah, I'm gonna just do a diss record. In fact, let's do the diss record tonight. Fuck it.
All right, well, we gotta press buttons. You know we behind schedule. We got
Jag,
so much to do.
I know. We gotta do the thing for Nick.
Yeah, we got the thing and then the thing and then the thing.
You got this thing and you got that thing. And we got that thing we gotta go get that flight for. But anyway.
You wanna know what's funny? They say I don't do anything. They say I'm lazy. I don't know how to work.
Well, you are lazy.
Yeah, you know what? Technically, you're right. All I do is sit online and lie all day. Yeah.
Why you had me spit on my fucking computer? Goddamn, I was just joking.
Go ahead, turn it on.
No. No, you get busy. And people don't know it's a lot that goes that there's a lot.
It's all right there though. And they look over it every day. Go on here.
Okay. Anyway, Talib Kweli, you're lame, but Jag, you're even lamer. He literally said you're aggressive sexually, and I get it, but only a bitch ass nigga would say something. All right, let me move on.
Like, I feel bad. Like I was watching Saturday Night Live, and I was like, you look like a whole fucking nerd. I can't believe I fucking had sex with you. Like I really can.
Were you willing to throw it all away for Talib at the time? At the time.
Oh, you talking about the affair?
Yeah, at the time.
Okay, let me break it down.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Apparently,
listen
Talib
up.
was interested in me before I got married. When I got married, it was me and my ex-husband had only been in each other's lives for 9 months. We eloped, and that was it. So the last time Talib had seen me, he came to Black Lily. I wasn't married yet, and the next time he came, I was married. He was very upset about it. And you know, I wish you hadn't got married. You don't know what I feel about you. Yada yada yada. I'm like, okay, great. I was weird about that shit. I was like, okay, yeah, all right, whatever. Go fuck another bitch. You'll get over it. You know, and it's, you know, but then made it through the summer and my marriage was already bad. Like it was already bad. Like 3 months in, it was bad. He had some kind of psychosomatic issue. So he had erectile dysfunction.
Oh, shit. Well, wait. Oh, shit. So you had to throw his dick in the freezer, too? Okay, all right.
He had to go to the strip club to get arousal. And I'm like, you ain't got a lie to go to the strip club. I'm at the strip club.
Right.
And these bitches like me more than they like you. I'm more fun. People keep forgetting I'm bisexual. So,
oh, shit.
You know, I think he hated the fact that bitches was more into me than they were into him.
Wow.
I was just more fun. But
wow. Jag, let's go to the strip club and let's. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna challenge. I'm going in with my gray sweatpants. All right.
Okay.
No, you say okay, my ass.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you okay with that? I'm going in with the gray sweatpants with no drawers. Is that okay?
That's fine. I'm going in with no drawers at all.
you know, at the end of the day, you know, the shit was already bad. I was already contemplating divorce. And then the OK Player tour happened. And then I found out that Talib was signing on. And then first day of tour, he was on the fellas bus. And then he decided he was going to move to my bus. And then we started having green tea in the mornings.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You're lame,
and talking about philosophy and jazz.
You're fucking lame.
And then it was, Jag, I can't believe you married and yada, yada, yada. So on the second night of the tour, we was fucking.
Oh, God. All right, I'm done. You fucked a style orphan. You fucked a style orphan.
I was fucking 22.
You were lame.
I was 22.
He's a style orphan.
Every 22-year-old woman. Every 22-year-old woman has had some kind of orphan. Trust me.
Talib Kweli.
Yes,
like
and I'm not the only woman that made that mistake. Other dope women too have made that mistake.
Who's the dope women? I just know about EQ.
Tracy Moore from the Jazzy Fat Nasties. He fucked that all the way up. He tried it with Reese, but Reese was still, you know.
I'm glad you said he tried it because I still have some Reese records. If you would have said he fucked Reese, I'd have been
she was with Thought, who dumped her for the fake. Yeah, but he dumped her for the fake Kimora Lee Simmons.
Wow.
And that bitch is Sanaa Lathan, best friend, and the only movie she could help him get into that mattered was that James Brown shit.
Oh yeah. Tariq
and guess what? He played the background singer in that movie too.
God
just like
damn.
He do on the Fallon show. He should have stayed with Reese.
Okay, so since you did that with Talib, speaking of James Brown,
you got a picture with Superhead.
That's a picture. That's still the homegirl. I didn't get head. I didn't get head. I did not get head from her.
Eggplant through cheesecloth.
Do you think if I got head from her that you and I would be a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
she's not one you stay around with for long.
You're right.
There's a lot of spirits there.
I didn't get head from her.
You might have been okay having a little coitus, but I'm telling you, you wouldn't have been able to stay a night. Look, the ghost of Bill Maher crawls around her.
Exactly.
Like, come on, bro.
I don't know. I don't know if I can go behind Bill Maher.
Yes, they shifted.
I don't know if I can. I'm still like the whole Talib shit is still fucking me up. The style orphan.
Understand this.
you're
That was over 25 years ago now.
Yeah, Golden H. I got a picture with Karen Steffens. That's the homegirl, but I didn't have
And guess what? She was smiling real big, just like everybody do when they see your print.
I was smiling bigger. Shit.
Like, I gotta worry about fucking handicap bitches with you.
Why you gotta worry about handicaps?
Your bitch from the 7-Eleven.
What did super?
When we pulled up that day, and she had the brand new pink line and orange clips in her hair, and she had on the real tight stretch jeans with the holes in the tie, and she said, "Baby, you gonna give me that thing?"
She didn't say that. Don't be telling you lying.
Yes,
so let me look. Story time with Wolf.
I'm just saying, as long as she ain't roll up, because if she had rolled up, I'd have rolled her ass right out there on the on ramp, right there on the highway. Yeah, sure would.
Yo, let me tell you, story time with Wolf. So not my homeboy, my stepbrother actually.
Bitch just sitting there doing the gangster, lean in a chair, looking at your print. Like, they don't even be settled with it, man.
I'm plagued, and I get stalked by handicapped women because I told Jag back in the day, my stepbrother, he hooked me up with his baby mom's like friend or whatever. Long story short, she went on the other side of Broadway and told everybody my business. And one day I'm over there, I go pick up my stepbrother, blah, blah, blah. We kicking it. And then some handicapped lady rolled up on me like,
just eye level with the eggplant.
Give me some
eye
of that.
level.
I heard you got some of that good. Give me some of that. And it was so traumatizing. This was an old handicapped lady asking for some penis. I was traumatized. Look at it, eye level.
Oh, if that bitch listen to me, that bitch can roll up if she want to. I'm gonna make sure she roll right back out.
She's like, I'll roll up. Wiz
Yeah,
Khalifa.
like a $50 joint that don't fucking light. You'll roll up my ass.
Okay, I wasn't gonna continue with that conversation because the style orphan is a mess, and I know he knows who I am. And the thing is my niggas know who he is. I ain't even gonna waste time and do a diss record on him. Fuck him.
Like I'm saying, like, I mean, everybody else had.
Wow. Well, just because everybody jumped off a motherfucking cliff, I ain't finna do it either. But if he,
I love that about you.
If he says something, hey, the funny thing is you haven't met my cousin Fox. It's funny, we all animals in this motherfucker. My cousin is Foxter. It's a rapper named Foxter. That's my cousin. Shout out to Foxter.
Mm-hmm.
I would put Foxter on him. I'll put Traffic on Talib. I would go tap. I ain't even got.
Honey, can we stop? Can we get back to the? Can we get back to the content?
All right, okay, let's go. I was done. I was like, okay, okay, because you sitting over here talking about a style orphan that you let hit.
Understand, I was 22.
I don't give a fuck. He's a style orphan.
All right, baby.
Look, J. Cole is like Nas and Jay-Z.
Can we get okay? We understand.
Now,
he's
J. Cole. Look, let's get straight.
I made a mistake.
J. Cole is like J. Cole is Nas and Jay-Z in one.
God damn.
Okay.
Let it go.
Where does Talib go? Where is Talib?
Let it go, man. Let it go. I did. Can you move on?
Let's move on.
That nigga over there, we over here. And then he was calling my room and I wasn't answering. And this was like, I wasn't carrying cell phones in 1999 like that, especially not
See,
around.
it was 99, damn it.
I didn't give a fuck. There was always somebody around. It was always waiting. Plus, I liked not being reached so easily.
I had my apartment in Inglewood in 99 and I was working for the company that produced Showtime at the Apollo, and you was literally living down the street. You should have met me in 99, but you were instead fucking with a style orphan. All right, let's
I
move
was
on.
in the Schluminati, damn it.
And then that's when Tina snitched me out and told my ex-husband that I was in Talib's room, and then he flew out and all that shit. I think the best part about that whole story is that Night and Day turned it into a cartoon. That shit. I'm glad it happened just for that. Because that shit is funny as fuck and accurate. So, you know, all of that shit happened, and then it was like, I was planning on filing for divorce, and then he came and he was so heartbroken. He was always so fucking heartbroken. God, I wish he had been as big of a dick.
Okay,
As he became later, like, you broke my heart. I can't believe you fucking had sex with him. Why not? He's a fucking rapper. I've been fucking rapping. You did this to me. You did that to me. Like, you ain't doing shit.
Okay, Jack. So can I go fuck Jill Scott, or is that out? No, I can't.
I mean, if you want to allegedly.
No, shut up. I already know where you was going.
I'm saying.
I'm doing all this for the chat. I know they getting a kick out of this.
Yeah, you doing it for the chat. You better be doing it for yourself, homie, because I'm telling you, there's some roads some men just don't want to go down.
I'm joking. I already know.
And understand that is a road well traveled. and the bitch credit is bad, so you ain't getting like miles and shit. Right? You not getting miles and shit, nigga. She probably got that school so she can launder some money so she can buy a house.
Hey,
Like,
if the credit is bad but the pussy is good, I'm gonna have to take that chance.
Okay.
I'm joking.
I was thinking about I can't believe
you won't be coming back around here.
You're supposed to have children. And then it was all about children after that. Children. So I ended up having a baby in the middle of the release of my first album. You know, the pressure. He was my husband. I decided to marry him, so I gotta make it work. I gotta make it look good. I gotta make it look good for my family because I was a teen mom and I needed to create a family for my illegitimate child. And I gotta do this, and I gotta be this, and I gotta be that, and I gotta be this, and I gotta be that.
Somebody said long.
You know what I mean? I think it lasted as long as it did because I had so many wonderful affairs.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Wait, hold on. Wait, you had some wonderful. Wait, hold on. That's a whole motherfucking. You bring your ass downstairs. Get on this mic. We're gonna do Jaguar Wright Uncensored. I need to follow up that question with my questions. Are you down for that? And we can put that on Jaguar Wright Uncensored podcast.
Sure.
Okay, let's do that because you said you have some wonderful affairs. I'm curious to know the wonderful affairs.
Oh,
and
really? Okay.
I am. And this will be funny because the thing is y'all tune in to the Jaguar Wright Uncensored podcast because I'm dead ass. I'm gonna bring her ass down here and we finna finish this conversation. I wanna go from that line. All right. All right. I done heard about the whole thing about the poetic justice shit. I want to know about you and Big Les, but that's a whole nother conversation.
You know what? You a mess.
Just let me watch. Just let me smell it. I ain't tripping.
I
ain't tripping. Just
you
let me.
Messy.
They often say affairs help marriages.
I mean, I don't.
Oh shit! God damn it! God. Let me get into my mic. What's old boy name? God. All right. Let's wrap it up after this.
Mine, but it definitely prolonged it because see, every time I fucking had an affair, then I was the bad guy, and then I had to sit there, and I had to be humble and go to therapy. And... you know what I mean? I was always, but that's funny though, because I was always kind of like the nigga in a relationship.
Nah, facts.
You know, like I'll never forget the one time that me and my ex got into it when we were still at the family house in Voorhees, and I had looked over all the phone numbers on the phone bill. I was checking it because I had some issues with Sprint at the time. Sometimes back then Sprint got really interesting with the billing.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm sitting there and I'm going through the numbers and I keep seeing this repeat number that's coming from his line. And so I called it and it was some bitch that he was fucking with. And she said, you know, I'm sorry. I know he's married, but he said that you were in an asylum and you had lost your mind.
Oh, damn.
And he was lonely and da-da-da-da-da. I was like, okay. I said, well, thank you, because what I'm about to do right now is lose my whole fucking mind. And she said, are you okay? I said, babe, you have no idea. I'm good. She said, why? I said, because I'm going to the Cayman fucking Islands this weekend.
Oh, shit. Right. And you went to go like fuck 10 niggas. The Jaguar Wright Uncensored, the Jaguar Wright Uncensored podcast. All you have to do is just Google Jaguar Wright Uncensored, but it's on Spotify, it's on iHeart, it's on Google doesn't have their podcast anymore. It's on Deezer. But if you Google Jaguar Wright Uncensored, or if you go to thejaguarwright.com, they're there. But I promise you guys, we're going to have this conversation because, and someone said, oh, Dale, you can't handle it. What? Your mama can't handle. Let me shut up.
You know what? Wait a second.
No, I like the relationship that me and Jag got, because the thing is I'm not like a jealous motherfucker. Like I told her, she know my rules. I said, don't have me out here looking stupid, right? Jag know my rules. In fact, we'll just talk about my rules on the Jaguar Wright Uncensored podcast. How about that?
Wait a second. Honestly, I wasn't expecting this to be 3 hours, and we have so much other stuff to do. I
know.
I think we need to do a part 2 tomorrow.
Okay, let's do that. But no. We can touch up on this conversation on the Jaguar Wright Uncensored podcast just to give me a little teaser.
But could you do me a favor? Could you do me a favor though?
Yes.
Could you like fast forward like maybe 5 minutes past where we are right now?
Let's go.
Because there's a particular place I think I want to close.
Arteries and shit and do all kinds of shit to you. He's had every kind of health scare I think you could think of, from prostate to the...
Oh, this is me talking about my first husband.
Like, have you figured out yet that maybe the universe is trying to tell you something? Like, every time he do something fucked up to me, something bad happens to him.
Thank you, Dory.
And you still keep justifying it, and so whatever. So at the end of the day, I guess to sum it all up, I'm good. I'm good with it. Every fucking torture that he's put me through in my life has been worth it to me because it was all for my son.
Amen.
And the one thing that my child knows better than anybody, that nobody else could ever possibly know or understand, is that I'm the parent that's willing to die for him if need be.
That's dope.
He knows that. He knows there's nothing that I won't do for him. There's not a lot of people that can say that about their parents, without a doubt. I went to jail for him. I fought cases for him. I've dealt with bullshit for him. And I love him.
Now you
probably love him more than I've ever loved anyone in my life.
Oh.
Now you said an astronomical number.
Until I met you.
I was talking
bullshit. Shut up.
What?
1.5 million.
Oh yeah, how much money he beat me out of?
Yeah.
Fleecing my fucking accounts, doing all kinds of shit.
Thank you, Angelo.
Going to my ex-business manager, which is why I fired him, and having him cut checks while I'm on the road for nothing. All kinds of shit. Meanwhile, I come home and I got to pay foreclosure on my house because you ain't paid the fucking mortgage while I was gone either, bitch.
Wow.
There's a whole lot of fucking shit.
Okay, how far are we going to go?
He done beat through a whole lot of fucking cash.
Let's give it a
second. He's still sitting here begging for another $16,000 in child support. I'll get around to it. I'm about to challenge it because the number's wrong.
Damn.
Technically,
this nigga wanted $16K?
There you go. Stand on
you
it.
can't charge me whatever you thought you was going to charge me for child support. I have to be able to prove that I made said income. My son was murdered. I was grieving for a year. Right. And then after that, the pandemic came. And then I had a whole emotional breakdown over a friend dying. And I fucking cried bloody murder on the whole world. And then my life was threatened. I had to go on the road. And all of this shit has been documented online.
Would you be mad if I chopped it up with Sam just on some G shit or no?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Listen to me.
have
You
to.
guys are good
I'm gonna have
without
to.
me.
No, I'm talking about your ex, Sam.
Oh yeah, you said you do whatever you want with that piece of shit. I don't give no
Okay,
fuck.
I'll chop it up with him because, in all honesty, I got some connections. We're gonna make it happen. It's no like bravado shit. You know what it is. It's just some straight up like. I always say this, and it's funny because I think a lot of women, they'll probably get mad at this comment. I say your new dude should interview your old dudes.
Okay.
That's what I say. The only thing that I'll say about your last, I'll spit a rap about him, but I don't want to do it right now unless you want me to do it. I'll spit a rap about him because I don't need to talk to him. I just got to spit bar. I got bars for him. Okay. Anyway.
So yeah, didn't nobody make no fucking money? Technically.
Now, I want to touch on a friend dying, but even before we get there, I got to ask you about 2001, Jay-Z Unplugged.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Jaguar Wright is there,
Yeah.
Heart of the City.
Yeah. It's the 21-year anniversary.
It's the 21-year anniversary, and I don't think we've seen nothing like that since. And I know you posted it. We're going to talk about the network, but I know you posted it and put it out there. I want you to touch on either the genius or the insanity of Jay-Z. This man, as far as what he's done since then, is, either
No one was
preordained,
expecting
destined,
me
or
to
he
do
had a
this.
plan. But it seemed like he geared himself towards it.
Be back.
But you were there to witness it firsthand from what he was back then. I just want you to because not many people have a firsthand account of what this man is doing and what he's about to do.
In 21 years, I have never had anything to say about Mr. Sean Carter other than the fact that we had a pleasant working relationship and he was an excellent businessman.
21 years.
21 years. And after 21 years,
I had no choice but to say.
What I will say to you is this. The first time I ever saw Jay-Z or even heard him spit a rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay-Z. He didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street.
This is the first time I ever spoke honestly about Sean Carter.
For those of you,
Rest in peace, Big L.
rest in peace, Big L.
One of the
That was the
dopest. One of the
sensei.
dopest. Yes.
Big L was who put Jay-Z on.
Without question.
And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay-Z. And then, he starts clienteling with Tupac and clienteling with Biggie and doing songs with Biggie and building a working, camaraderie with Honeycombs and AKA Diddy. And
Why do you give him the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycombs?
because he smacks so sweet. That fucking sodomite. Anyway.
Oh God. Well, you wasn't lying.
So yeah, then and then Reasonable Doubt was happening, and then Dame's in the picture, and Dame's building Rockefeller, and everybody's talking about Jay-Z. And don't get me wrong, there is nobody who loves Reasonable Doubt more than me.
At the time of.
Nobody. No, still.
Yes. To this day.
Still. Listen to me. I don't give a fuck how I feel about you. For me to have bad feelings about someone and not acknowledge art and its greatness or at its finest is hating. Maybe I don't fuck with you, but them shoes is hot, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be real. So I will never. Shit, I was just listening to Watch the Throne earlier this week, and that shit was enraging me. Cause I'm like, y'all motherfuckers was living for this fucking album and was Kanye. And then all of y'all made all of this money on this motherfucking dude, and now all of a sudden, who, him?
Another lane. I don't want to go in on the brother Kanye, but another lane.
I know, but listen.
I'm listening.
Go ahead, play it.
Like he was good enough when you let him slump Just Blaze's fucking whole career. He was the shit.
That's the whole issue in itself.
It was worth putting Just Blaze on the line for because Just Blaze was Rockefeller production until Kanye.
Yeah.
Who's Just Blaze producing for now?
That I don't know. Who is? Yeah, I'm about to say that I don't know. And he was the movement.
Where is Just Blaze?
Yeah.
I mean, he was making Ho's beats. You got Tidal. You're a billionaire. Where the fuck is Just Blaze?
Let's have it for right now. Let's say the rest of the project.
She looked like Jill Scott. She looked like she DTF. She looked like
you know what? I'm done.
She looked like a skinny version of Jill Scott. She looked like she's
done.
DTF.
I'm done. I'd rather you talk about Talib.
I can't talk about putting the brakes on Jill Scott.
You do whatever you want to do, that dirty dick. You won't come back right here.
Quali.
You gonna fuck him up.
Quali.
Now see, wait till the day I get to going in on you and your exes.
Go ahead. I don't give a fuck.
Don't let me start talking about your male oil bride.
I don't give a fuck.
Let's not get to talking about Ling Ling.
Jag.
That making bitch. Don't get me started.
Jag.
I love you.
Quali. Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking about. I heard Omarosa was throwing a life improvement course.
Oh damn.
I was thinking about calling the feds and letting them know it's a charity and they laundering cash. All right, guys. On that note, we got more work to do, but I want to thank you guys for coming and being a part of this part of the journey. This is part 1. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a member, tell a member. Come by tomorrow, part 2, as we continue to move down this rabbit hole, this journey, man.
Y'all check up on me. Jag's gonna beat me behind my kneecaps for.
No, I'm not. You know what I'm gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Tell you to order out.
Oh damn, that's fucked up. Wow, that's cold. That's just as mean as yeah. Okay.
Wait a minute, how does Ron say? Go suck your mom.
Oh shit. Hey,
Yeah,
no, shout out to Sean for coming through. I appreciate that. I gotta
absolutely.
Yeah, Sean's a real one, man. And yeah, y'all go check out that the Sons of Ecstasy. I that trailer was so fire. I want to see it.
Oh my God.
I definitely want to see it. No, Jack, you know we got it, so we're gonna go see it. Like I'm
no,
like
but the thing is we gotta get everything set up for the members only screening live with Sean.
Well, we'll do that later in the week. No, I'm talking about you and I want to see it.
Honey, I know, but that's not. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm just
no. You the producer, you the boss. I'm signing out. You finish this shit.
No, you're not signing out. You're not signing out shit. You know what? I'm gonna beat you, Jag. They already say I'm an abusive man. You better come back, or the anime. Jag, get your anime. God damn it, Jag! You better get on. Jag played too much. She played too much. Cause, all right, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna go ahead and play something embarrassing for Jag. Hold on, let me play something embarrassing, by Jaguar Wright, because she's over here playing games. I got something embarrassing. Hold on one second. Yeah, Jag over here playing, and she talking about, all right, I'm done with you, etc., etc. Jag, do you want me to play this embarrassing clip? Do you really want me to play this embarrassing clip, Jag? I don't think you really want me to play it, because you're gonna be mad that I played this shit. Like, you're gonna be mad than a motherfucker. You're gonna be pissed off, and I don't think you really want me to play it. Okay, all right, fine. You want me to play it, Jag? All right, fine. I'm finna play it. Fuck it. All right, look, check this out. I'm about to embarrass Jag right now.
That wing.
That wing chicken wing
with the Miss Sonia sauce.
Oh, but not only that, my baby has.
We went to the sex shop to do a little research.
What y'all bring back? Oh, okay.
Oh, well, we got some Slickwood.
I'm playing this shit right here.
What's Slickwood?
Michael Colley.
It's a lube or something? Slickwood is like a slippery liquid.
No baby oil. No baby oil.
Plus,
okay, look, I'm not gonna go deep. Shout out to Uncle Mike. We was interviewing Uncle Mike and his wife, and he was talking about Slickwood. And we're gonna put that on the Jaguar Wright show. That was a good. That's why I ain't released it, because it's so good. Shout out to Michael Colley. Family, Just D. Look up the Michael Collier show, the morning show, Michael Collier morning show, and put that in the chat. I want y'all to subscribe to that, because Michael Collier is a good dude. We're gonna have him on the Jaguar Wright show. And do y'all want some more? Press 1 if y'all want to see the rest of this little piece. I just wanted to see if y'all are interested, because Jag is stupid. Like, I got a whole lot of stuff. I don't want to really put Jag out there, but I got
to know that smack.
I'm
now
talking.
Here I am in your face.
What? You act like I'm scared. I ain't scared of you. I ain't fucking scared.
In your face.
I ain't scared of you. You see, I ain't scared of you.
I'm gonna make you push that.
I'll whoop your ass.
I'm gonna make you put your phone.
I'll whoop your ass.
This baby oil, it has no drugs.
No baby oil. It's just coconut organic Slickwood.
Oh shit! I forgot I did that.
Man, this
In a
is
clutch.
not the family show.
In a clutch.
No, not at all.
I put on there.
Put this on them wings.
Hold up, wait a minute. Hold on.
Hold on a second. And I watched her make that Sonia sauce today. I saw the special ingredients. I've been vowed. I had to sign a vow to never speak it. I had to take a vow in blood. So I stuck a pen in my hand and blood came out. She put her blood on my blood. And I was vowed to never tell people. Watch what you taste that sauce. And when you taste it,
that Sonia sauce was good.
I haven't tasted them.
That Sonia sauce was good.
And it's not thick.
Like you.
And it's not too thin.
Like your man.
It's right there. Oh yeah, I'm a.
No, it's good. You gonna?
No, you ain't gonna put none of that Sonia sauce.
We just had 4 shows here this weekend, and the majority of what people talked about
see, that's
was
the
how
meal
good the
I
food
want to
was.
know. Can I put the Sonia sauce?
I miss that Michael Collins. That food. No, we do. We just gonna have to just do a trip and go there. But yo, Michael Collier is that dude. His wife is real cool. She can cook her ass off. I think her and Jag like a cooking contest. I don't know. No, Jag got it. I'm sorry, Jag got it.
I think there's some things that she probably got over.
But no, think about it.
She got that Negro spiritual.
The cauliflower wings, like if y'all came up with something with the Sonia sauce.
Oh, that would be dope.
Okay, look, y'all. The Jaguar Wright show this is just a little precursor. Like, Michael really came through. I just dropped that because I was like, Jag talking all.
Find out who's on the roster.
Oh shit.
Oh, season 1 is gonna be awesome.
Okay.
Well, let's go, because we got some getting to make.
I know. All right, y'all. Y'all can kiss my black ass.
Why you always offering people what belongs to me?
No, I'm not saying literally. I'm just saying.
I'm saying
No, I'm not being literal, but
I want you to get off YouTube.
say I want to know. Sing I want to know. I want to know. No, I needed a request because it was something that I wanted you to sing, and I was gonna do it because I think I'm gonna go live. Like I think me and Jag. Oh shit. Jag, we working on.
Where's that picture of Perry?
Oh shit! All right, hold on.
I want to sing it for Perry and we out of here.
How do I get myself down?
You gotta move it around or something.
Ain't this a bleh? Okay, here we go. Okay, I don't know. Okay, whatever.
There we go.
Is that it?
Hey, Periwinkle. I wanna know.
Hold on. Go ahead. What you want to know?
When you cold, ooh, Perry, do you get cold? I wanna know, Perry, tell me when you cold, do you get cold? When Sherelle is bent over and there ain't nothing left over. When you cold, nigga, do you get cold? I wanna know with your nipples out. Do you feel left out? I wanna know with your nipples just pointing up on tilt. I wanna know. Oh, did Sherelle put that ski mask on you though? Because she didn't want to see what you look like. I want to know. Michael Stovall was getting them draws. Hey. Wait a minute. Ooh, yeah. I had to do the Jodeci. Hold on, wait. Here you go.
Michael Stovall. Perry, you wear those type of masks. I wear these type of masks. We're not the same. We're not the same. When I put in work, I wear this type of mask. We're not the same, nigga. We're not the same.
Go on now, baby. Let's go.